You are listening to The Decision Reel.
Thanks for tuning in to the Decision Reel movie review podcast, where the reels always fall off, which they've already started falling off.
You're welcome.
God damn it, Wally.
What wheels?
I'm back.
I'm your host, Steve. With me this week are everybody. We got Randy, Tara, and Walter over here in the pink. In the pink.
Pink like a vagina.
I wasn't going to go there, but he did. That's fine.
Employee of the month? Anybody? Okay.
Who's a noose?
Who's an owl?
Or no, a now. That was it.
That'd be way funnier.
A noose. That is funny. God damn it. Who's a now?
You got a beautiful noose, Steve.
Thank you. I try. Keep up with, the squats and things.
This is an 81 Honda.
How dare you? I mean, it's on the receipt. I mean, we have to sell it to them.
I love how they're up there playing poker in the.
I love that little room.
in the
that they
room.
had.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's
In the
dreamed of
like
making
in
the
the
thing
boxes,
inside
yeah.
Lowe's, like in those little
Oh my God,
spaces.
such a bummer when they fill it up though. Like that's such a dick move.
Okay. Anyways, Steve, go
Well,
ahead.
I've told my story on this podcast before of when I worked at Lowe's. Does anybody remember?
Did you do that?
I made my own little bungalow in the bottom to take a nap with the
Did you go-
lawn and garden furniture pads. So I put like a bunch of boxes around me and then just made like a bed and just slept and took
You
naps.
should got like one of those little grills and then went and grabbed some like
Some
like a
coals.
fucking palm tree. From garden
Some
section.
mood lighting down there. People
perfect.
walking by. What's going on in there? Don't worry about it. Keep fucking walking.
Fucking reggae music.
Right.
Like those songs.
Anyways, this week we're looking at the movie Small Soldiers. This was one of our Christmas picks.
Yeah.
Who knows who got it for who?
Who knows?
Essentially,
point, it doesn't
Randy
matter.
got it for Tara.
Sure.
Yeah.
This
We're
whole
going
month,
with that.
This should be like the theme should be our Christmas movies / Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh my God.
because there's
This
like
one
two.
isn't.
There's three of them. Was there three of them or two?
There were two of them, but
Two?
one of them we're not doing because he got both of them. and we
Well,
already
we're
did
still going to
his.
do Predator eventually.
Okay, but not for this.
Yeah.
And but before that,
Someone's
we
gonna
did
have
do
to waste their pick. For
right.
it.
Well, we also did Jingle All the Way. So if so
It's
facto,
been a lot of them.
Arnold
It's been
Schwarzenegger. Speaking of Arnold, we got
I'm
some
your boss.
Arnold Palmer's
Palmers.
going on here. They like that
Arnold
little
Palmy alert.
segue.
Are we back to this? Are we doing this
Arnold
again?
Palmy
We do what
alert.
we want. We're drinking the Arnold's,
Tara always brings her blue
Arnold's.
beverage. Show them.
the blinged out beverage.
Yeah.
Who knows what's
she's
in that?
bougie.
The secret sauce.
Yeah, you'd never know.
It's
What's in
probably
there? Like genuinely.
tea.
It's just tea, like sweet tea, like it's regular tea.
It's
Like-
not like dirty tea or
No.
what would you call something?
I felt like I should. I felt like I
dirty
shouldn't
tea
drink
all
today
Yeah, well, imagine her bringing tea with booze in it when we're all drinking Arnie Palmer's.
already.
I
Yeah.
mean, this is half and half iced tea, lemonade with
This
booze.
is no.
in
It's
it.
just where I felt no alcohol today.
I feel it. This is my first like sip of booze in a while.
Anyways,
Booze.
before the reels do fall off, which they have already.
Welcome.
Thank you. Check us out on our social media pages or watch us on YouTube, which if you are looking at us right now, you are on YouTube and watching us. While you're there, could you please subscribe and possibly like or comment on this video? Don't forget to sub, which I just said. But also check out our website, which is where, Randy?
www.thedecisionreel.com, where
You can find what?
you can find some t-shirts and some leggings.
And some leggings. And some
You
hats.
should get the leggings.
Oh, Wally.
I feel like you have like Randall held in the basement right
Yeah,
now. Like
you have
as
no
you're
idea.
Like where?
What can you do?
What's it called
do
when
you
you've been like kidnapped for too long and like
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome.
We've been rehearsing this.
But I love him.
Yeah, where you
There's a
fall,
gun to
you
his
fall for
head.
your captor or whatever.
You see all the rigging I have up here? There's a hidden
Yes.
gun that's pointed at Randall right
Like
now.
that-
And I got a button. I got a button right here.
It's right under the table.
Belle from Beauty and the Beast could be argued that's Stockholm syndrome.
You're
Like
100%
Belle
correct.
from Beauty
yeah.
and the Beast. That's
100%.
essentially Stockholm syndrome and bestiality, really.
Because she was there and was like,
you
fuck
do what
this.
you're into.
and then she fell for him because she
Right.
felt for him.
Look, I'm more in the candelabra or whatever.
Candelabra.
What was his name?
You're gonna say
Lumiere.
you're gonna say who
Lumiere?
I
You
thought.
wouldn't know that.
And who was
Which
the
means
voice?
light.
Who was the
Oh,
voice?
nice.
Who
You
was
would know that. What?
Who was the voice of that?
I have no idea.
Martin Short.
Oh,
Look at a little fun fact I like to sprinkle in every
that
time.
should be your one of your
Not-
soundboard things when you tell a fact, Steve. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh yeah.
How do you do so? Anyways, what were we saying? Oh, the merch that we have a promo code. I think it was up there with it. Yeah, Real 10 for 10% off. If you want to get a t-shirt, a hat, leggings, we got glasses with our logo on there. We got stickers, whatever you want. Use the code REAL10 to get 10% off your order Also, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Like us on there.
I'd wear those
Tell us
fucking
some stuff.
leggings, but I feel
That's
like
what I said. You should get some.
I think my little acorn would
That's
be
what
too
I thought.
identifiable.
Martin Short is not.
It's a little
his
cold for
voice.
those right now.
I thought it was.
No.
Then I saw
The
something where he
candelabra
was
has
singing.
an accent, right? He's like,
He's French.
It is. What's funny is it's actually this guy.
He was on Broadway.
I know you guys recognize this guy. He's been.
I've
like,
seen him.
He was the
already.
dad in
Jared
Dirty
Orbach.
Dancing and stuff like that.
So
He was
I
in
think-
what's the law? I don't know if it was Law and Order, but it was
Law-
one of those movies. I mean shows.
SVU.
Criminal
SFU?
Minds.
Well, no, it is Law and Order.
NCIS.
Law and Order and Law and Order Trial by Jury.
Can you see if Martin Short played him on Broadway then? Because I swear to God, he's done
Or
that
do you
song
mean
before
or the live action one?
on Broadway,
maybe?
right?
No,
Or
the
he-
live action was a movie. They did a live action.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was.
Was it the Emma Watson?
Yeah,
one?
right. I
Was that who
completely
did that?
forgot. Yeah, Emma Watts' son.
No,
Watts,
Ewan
huh?
Ewan McGregor was him
Oh.
in the live action one.
This movie
It's
had
got to be on
Gwen-
Broadway.
Spider-Man lady, right?
Spider-Man
was?
lady. Put some
I don't
respect
fucking
on her
remember her
name.
name. I can't remember it. for
We'll
the
get
life
to
of me.
that in a second.
She also did terrible acting. In
So while
Spider-Man.
Tara's looking this up, the plot of the movie that apparently
What am I
we're
looking
supposed
at?
to be talking about, if Martin Short played,
Ever
what's his name?
in Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, sure. The plot of Small
Yeah, whatever.
Soldiers. When missile technology is used to enhance toy action figures, the toys soon begin to take their battle programming too seriously. I should have not paused there. Their battle programming too seriously.
they programmed him with one-liners.
It was amazing.
The whole thing is
time.
amazing one-liners.
It really was. Nick Nitro.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, it's
for
literally,
you.
it's so perfect.
He was in the ABC special that they just did.
Oh, so that's what I was. Well, then my brain's just wired to like Martin Short, and he was just replacing everything
Doesn't
that I've
say
thought
anywhere
about.
what he was, but he said he was in it.
He was the dude with the candles.
Oh yeah, Martin Short as a candelabra.
In the closet.
Candelabra was
What a weird word, candelabra.
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 That's
Candelabra.
weird. Super weird. Where to watch this if you have a subscription? Nowhere. If you have a premium subscription. What?
Go, sorry. I already want
No, you're fine. What do you got?
Is a menorah a candelabra?
The menorah
What
is
the fuck is a
that's-
candelabra?
It's the three. It's the
Candle.
It
three
just holds.
candles.
Does it have to be three? Is what I'm saying.
Well, the menorah is the. There's
Like
8 of
premium?
them or whatever it is
I
because
know.
it's 4 or 9
I
of
don't
them.
think a
It's 4.
candelabra is dedicated to three, though. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So these are
Well,
this
what's
is
the Hanukkah one? What is that?
That's the menorah.
that's the
Right,
menorah.
okay, sure.
So yeah. So I'm
The meniscus.
curious.
yeah. I got you. Okay.
You know how like silver is gray, but gray's not silver. Maybe it's the same concept.
We're getting deep here.
Deep thoughts with Wally. Is a menorah.
Okay, we need a button that's like Marvin Gaye-esque, like deep thoughts.
It just says that a candelabra is a
Swally.
branched candlestick or lamp with several lights.
So it could be
Hey.
anything. All right.
So it is.
Meniscus, Nora.
Meniscus. That's a
Late-
body.
I don't know where I'm going.
I tore my candelabra.
That sounds terrible. So, anyways, where to watch this if you have
A menorah is a candelabra.
Okay. So yeah, it would be.
It's a multi-branched.
I like how he's
candelabra.
taking off. Yeah.
Don't worry, I did
Oh,
it.
I got.
It's fine. I already fucking did it, Steve.
You can't see me.
Go ahead. I wanted to close that out.
Okay. Now that we've closed that out, where to watch Small Soldiers? If you have a premium subscription, I believe it's Showtime, which you can watch on Hulu, and then you can watch on Amazon and all this other stuff. But if you want to rent it, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, Vudu, Redbox, Philo, and Roku.
Or you
Set
can,
it-
or
set
you
it
can get the
nicely.
DVD.
Or you can get the DVD like Tara got
That's
for
how I
Christmas,
watched it.
right? Or
Did
you
you
can
actually?
get on Plex.
Yeah.
and Get on my Plex.
I would
server.
not. If I have it, why would I?
I don't own anything to play a DVD on.
Well, I own it because it was given to me. Remember?
I
As a
know
present.
that. I'm saying. I don't,
Actually,
I don't
that
have
night-
a DVD player,
So
No.
you're saying you don't have an Xbox?
digital.
You don't have a PC that has a DVD drive?
Nope.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we're-
You don't
we're
have
in
an
the
Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One,
PS3.
PlayStation, any of that.
PlayStation 2,
It's
3, 4.
digital.
I
there's
honestly
no
believe Randall. You
Insertion.
probably don't.
I can't
even
insert
have
it.
anything on a computer.
There
you-
really isn't.
You don't have anything on your
Well, no,
computer.
so you can
right?
get an
'Cause even, like-
Xbox with or without a
Well, the
DVD
kid-
drive,
like the
just
ones-
like a PS5.
The one, like the
PS4.
ones we have in our house or whatever, the newest Xboxes are, and they've got them. So I just assumed all of them had them.
Again, you can get them with or
Yeah,
without it,
yeah.
and
I
you can
didn't even
save
know
like
that.
$50.
With or
Isn't
without
it?
the scooter stick.
My sister
With or
bought it for
without.
me.
What a nice sister you got. Yeah.
And she bought my PC for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Which sister?
Rachel.
Rachel. She
She's
got
really
stacks like
nice.
that. Apparently.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What else she buy you?
She just doesn't spend money on anything.
That's about it.
That's about it. That was it. She's like, look, we're siblings now. I need to make it up to you.
I've bought Carrick 4 or 5.
What have you bought in her?
Xboxes in our 10-year relationship.
I don't know.
That's fucked up, man.
And
She's
pretty much
buying you.
anytime a new one comes
I
out, which is
built
like every
something
other
for her.
year, I get it as like his present, that like his Christmas birthday present that year. I've bought Carrick 4 or 5 Xboxes.
Well, that's nice.
If Xbox wasn't gay.
I wasn't going to say it.
Sorry.
But he
If
said
you
it
mean
for me.
fabulous,
Wrong crowd over
then
here.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same thing.
Small Soldiers was written by Gavin Scott, Adam Rifkin, Ted Elliott, and Terry Rossio. Rossio. Rossio.
Keep going.
I don't
Shakira?
think you
You
got
got
more.
worried about it because no one knows, Steve.
No one knows.
No one
This
knows.
was directed by Joe Dante. Tell me if anybody knows who that is.
Joe Dante.
Dante's Peak.
I like the
love
word
how
association.
your brain just fucking empties.
Dante.
It just fucking dumps it out.
You see, there's something on his shirt there. You see how it looks like his brain's escaping by like
Black Rifle Cop.
fucking a parachute's going
I
up
think this
to
is a woman's jacket.
a woman's
That's a
sweatshirt.
Hoodie.
How can you tell the difference between a
Hoodie.
hood
Because
of
it's a
chicks'
little bit
hoodies
tighter.
and
And the
a
other ones
dude's
that I have
hoodie?
from Black Rifle are like.
Wouldn't it be
longer.
looser
It might just
because
be
of boobs?
it might just be like a fitted one. No.
She snapped.
I'm just
No,
asking.
that like they make slimmer for. I don't know why that is, but they do. They
Even
make
if it
them
is, I
slimmer.
like
Shouldn't
it.
it have
You
a wider
like
chest?
like you would assume maybe in the mid
Don't
section.
get me started on the
All
the
right.
mishaps of the female clothing industry. I don't. It's ridiculous.
No one needs to know that. Anyways, Joe Dante was the director of Gremlins 1 and 2.
Gremlins.
Ooh, that would explain why it popped up when I kept searching.
Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Yes. Hondi. Also, if you notice, there's a lot of references to Gremlins in this
Mogwai.
movie. Did anybody notice any of those?
No.
To Gremlins.
Explain one real quick.
Yep.
Because I did a terrible job trying to watch this, obviously, as you guys.
What was his code name
Watched
or his
it 2 hours
password
ago.
that they gave him?
Gizmo.
Oh, Gizmo.
Yeah.
That was my puppy's name when I was a kid.
There's also a Gremlins skull on the kids' table, desk area,
desk.
where Encarta is. Do you know what Encarta is?
Nope.
Yeah. Do you know what a
Yeah.
encyclopedia is?
Encyclopedia.
Do you know?
So Encarta was like the
Encyclopedia.
first
Rude.
digital encyclopedia. What? You're young. How do you probably never opened an encyclopedia in your life?
Encyclopedia.
I was gonna say it,
I'm
but
not
then I was like,
that
I'm not
much younger.
Ted Mosby. Encyclopedia.
The Renaissance.
I'm like 6 years younger.
Okay. A lot happens in
That's a
6
lot.
years.
Enough to not know a lot of things we know.
Right.
And we probably don't know a lot of younger things that you know.
All them
Maybe.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, I
so
don't.
Not hard
that's
to beat
true.
that.
Dan Fogelberg and whatever.
Fogelberg.
What's he saying? Basketball. Hey, something the nanoseconds.
Back to you, Cotton.
Have you seen basketball? No, I'm sure you have.
The best part basketball is when they're in the fucking locker room,
Oh.
butt naked,
and
and
the
she's in there, and
dicks.
she just like keeps seeing their dicks, and he like turns real quick, and he like, knocks over a flower pot.
You like South Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guys that made South Park made basketball.
Okay.
And
It's stupid.
It's basically
Hilarious.
it's about like a future in which all sports have like gone away because of like gambling and stupid shit and like corporations taking over. So they make their own sport that combines baseball and basketball, and they call
then
it
it
basketball.
explodes.
But
It's
then
like-
it explodes. But it has to like it's
It's like
really.
ESPN 3 or something like that. Didn't that?
I think that's where it
something like
started,
that?
yeah. But it's the game is
ESPN
actually
show.
like the cool
Made
thing
my
is the game
video.
is real. Like they created it for the movie and people actually play it now, which is kind of cool. And like you got to like get to the free throw thing to do a free throw to like get a home run or whatever. But if you're the opponent, you have to like fake me out or try to fake me out. So if you get a fake out, you get like points.
Like
for
you
it.
can just flash the dude your dick while
Right.
he's shooting. And he's like, "Ah!"
exactly or
Like,
say
misses
stupid
it.
shit.
There's not like limitations.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's a good movie.
That's so stupid.
It's a really good movie. The funniest part I love is like he made the first basketball from his Lazy Boy recliner, and it says Lazy Boy on it.
It's perfect.
I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
Just watch
let him
it.
go. Let
You
him
should
one
watch
day.
it. I mean, it's honestly
It's worth watching.
go. I don't think
Yeah.
Randall would like it. Fucking movie.
there's
but-
no way he would not like it. If he
Are
likes
you
South
kidding
Park,
me?
I feel like if I'm telling him he should watch it, if all of us at this table like this, he should watch it.
Well, and obviously it's a stupid movie. Like it's South
Yeah,
Park,
it's what it is. Like it's you go
Did they
into
write
it
that movie? They
what
wrote that.
it is.
Did they write that? Do you know?
So we covered it on the show as one of our first episodes, and I feel like they didn't write it, but they changed the original script
Oh, I could see that.
when they were on it, just because it wasn't actually made by them. It was made by another company and stuff like that, and they were
Well,
just
that's
in
you
it.
like purchase scripts and then
Something, yeah.
yeah.
Probably not gonna watch it.
See, I told you.
So lame.
What
I
threw
told
you
you.
out
I
of
just
it?
don't like sports, so really,
It's not about
a real
sports. It's not about
It
sports.
looks like a fucking basketball and baseball thing put
Out
together.
of everything you
I
could have
mean,
said,
it
that was
is,
your
but
worst
it's not
argument.
a sports movie. I mean, it's not really a sports movie.
I just don't.
I mean, it is because it's a sport, but it's a made-up sport. It's a comedy. It's not like
Dipshit comedy.
If
I
South
think it's
Park
hilarious.
was a movie, I mean, it's that. And if you like
No,
South
they
Park,
have a South Park movie.
but that movie came out before South Park turned into like really good, and the movie's not good.
Anyway,
The
Small
first
Soldiers.
20 minutes. Small Soldiers. Oh yeah, it is rated PG-13 for some menacing action, violence, and brief drug references.
Amazon said nudity.
Maybe
There was
naked Barbies?
yeah,
What do you
because there
think so?
were.
You think so?
I guess.
They were.
Would they?
Does that count?
Would that be nudity? No. Is there a butt in this movie?
No.
No.
Not a human butt.
I don't remember.
I think
any,
it's probably the
It's got to be the
dolls.
part because
Did
who
they,
else?
Did they have bumps for nips?
Nips. Is that
know
where
what I
they
mean?
draw the line?
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's just smooth, yeah, it's fine. But if there's a little bump there,
What
I
if
don't
they
know.
like made like a crack with a butthole? You think where's the line at with all this, man? Is a
Well, that
nip
would
is a
be
nip literally the line? An areola is where we're fucking.
In
That's where
America-
the line's at.
I'd say in this country, yes, you can show everything but nipple,
That's
and then
weird.
it's like, oh, the kids.
Barbie's not even a girl, right?
Right, it's nothing.
Just supposedly a girl. It's just flat. There's nothing there.
Right, it's a doll for
She's
Christ's
got
sake.
boobies.
She's got boobs.
But there's no holes.
There's no nipples.
Well, Ken doesn't have a penis,
Right.
she
So
could
what
just
is
have-
he?
so
What are they? They're aliens.
he just has
Yeah.
a smooth area down there, which is going to confuse any
Smooth.
child. So
Well,
You know, there are some dolls where you're like, why is there a penis on this?
yeah. Okay.
Ana-
So that's
anaconda.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good
like,
point.
like, and it's like,
If I had a daughter or a son and they had a doll and they were like they pull its pants down and there's a fucking dong there and I'm probably
Right.
gonna be like, that's not necessary.
but
necessary.
okay to put boobs on it.
Necessary.
Just nothing here, nothing in the private parts.
I don't even think you have to put boobs on a doll anymore. I don't think that's
But they
necessary.
do, is what I'm saying. Barbie's always had boobs.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because it's like, all right, you got to show proportions, right? Because
So why don't
if
we
she's
give
a
Ken a
woman,
dick?
because you don't look at
Or at
pants.
least a
Hold on,
bulge.
you don't look at a man.
What's really confusing
and
is
see
give him tits and a
pants.
penis.
Oh, just give
Just
them
like,
everything.
give him everything.
Yeah.
Just give him
Fuck it.
all of it.
Right.
And the hair can be removable. You can have long hair or short hair.
Oh,
Sure.
Look, we got the next doll right here, guys. The decision reel
Interchangeable.
doll.
I guarantee you they've
got
already
everything.
done it.
But ours,
deta-
hold on, hold
detachable
on,
cock.
hold on. Ours, are you ready? Do you remember the Power Rangers one where you press a button and it flips the head?
Yeah.
We'll have one with the dick. We'll flip out the dick or
Genius.
put it back.
Genius.
And the boobs too. Open. Floop, floop.
It's just called. It's like secret, but it's like got to be a gender neutral name. What's a good one?
Jamie.
Gender X.
Jamie.
What?
It's like Hidden Jamie.
Hidden Jamie.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, we could make some money.
But the button has to be somewhere ridiculous.
The anus.
Into my hole.
It's the
You
butt
could pretend
done.
to be the penis.
Right.
Oh my God.
All right, let's keep. It's too much.
Small Soldiers is starring Tommy Lee Jones as Chip Hazard. Sorry, Major Chip Hazard. Okay. What are you, E.T. in the butthole?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
Gregory Smith is Alan. Kirsten Dunst.
That's your girl.
That's your girl, is Christy.
Jeez.
Phil Hartman, that's my man, as Phil, which is hilarious. Jay Moore as Larry. David Cross as Irwin.
There's another guy you like in here.
Dennis Leary
There
as
it
Gil.
is.
I love Dennis Leary, not so much anymore, but you know, whatever. Kevin Dunn is Stuart, who in this movie he's the dad, and I love the fact that in this movie and in
always the dad. He's always
Transformers
the dad,
he's
yeah.
the same character,
Yeah. Oh.
and it works.
Same kind of, yeah.
That's where I fucking knew him from.
He's been in a lot of stuff. We also got Frank Langella as Archer, and then also, which I bet
like that
no
name.
one in this room knew, which I didn't, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Christina Ricci as the Gwendy doll voices.
No, I had no idea.
Me
That's kind of
neither.
fascinating.
That's awesome. Also, the other soldiers are actually famous people too.
Some of their voices sound familiar.
We'll get to that in the fun facts because it'd be kind of.
They made them so fucking creepy looking.
But on
It
purpose.
is.
God,
You
yeah.
could. I was thinking about this while I was
Like
driving.
they were creepier than the monsters
Yeah.
were.
If you give this
honestly.
dark music and you dim the lights a little bit, this could be
It's a horror
something
movie.
entirely different. You know,
I already think it's creepy enough. Like it's already kind of
when they bring the Barbies to life, that portion
Oh
of
my
it's kind of
God.
creepy. You know.
and that
Yeah.
they're like literally trying to kill them. Like there's
Right.
no like boundaries. They are like
Battle Action Wendy
trying to
report for
hurt
duty.
these people.
And I love how they like engineer a way to get them to come to life.
Like,
and
what
like they
the fuck?
build all
Yeah,
that
like-
shit.
Frankenstein.
It's AI.
They're actually so the music in the background is a Bride of Frankenstein music, and I was like, all right, that's fucking. I like it. Like
That's all-
this
that's
movie, I think is pretty genius when you break it down. Like the ideas of it with AI taking over, which you look back and this was what 98.
Like potentially today this could happen.
Oh my God, yes.
Like you could actually fuck some shit up like this.
Right. Now it's funny, and the one thing that like sticks out to me because I'm a stickler is when they're showing them make
Air quote me.
I'm a stickler is when they're showing them make the soldiers in the beginning, they're putting the CPU in the back of the head, but then when he opens up the one dude, Nick Nitro's head, he opens it in half and then it's like sideways.
Just in there.
And I was like, maybe different models have different.
Maybe it
different
was
ways
just
to put it in.
maybe that was just like the entry model. What do you call when your first go
Prototype?
prototype?
I got
maybe,
you.
maybe.
Maybe I'm
But I know what
overthinking
you're talking
it,
about. They
obviously.
pull over like half the skull and they're like,
Yeah.
boop. Old Nick Nitro's brain.
Yeah. Terrible thing to waste.
And it's time
Oh shit! It's time for the
for
trivia.
TV and movie trivia.
Okay.
Everybody, get your notebooks.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Steve. I got
there's
you.
two over
Here
here.
you go, Steve.
Look, we got our notebooks, the pens. You pull it out.
Do I gotta break it?
like this? Just
It's gonna feel like you're going to because they don't like to come out of like
okay.
pop out easy.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
yeah, we're ready for our question.
All right. Name Allison Brie's wrestling persona in the TV series Glow.
Never in my life have seen that. So
No, don't look. Don't give it to him yet. Oh my god, why is this killing me? I watched it. Fucking-
It's the delete button at the bottom.
Oh.
Erase it like an Etch a Sketch.
No one's gonna notice except Musculzi. You know that.
Locked in. Don't look over here.
I've never seen the show. So
You
I
should
have- I
watch the
have
show.
zero
It's actually
idea.
really good.
I have no idea. What?
I have no
Can I
idea.
get a repeat of the question?
Yeah. Name Allison Brie's wrestling persona in the TV series Glow.
I like Allison Brie. I've not seen the show.
We're gonna go for me.
You
last.
don't know it.
I don't know.
So
So what do you got?
I didn't even write it.
Hidden Jamie. Oh my god.
Good
Oh my
answer.
God,
I don't
look at-
have-
look
I
at
didn't
you.
even get it. I don't have anything.
I got this right here. I don't know if you can read it.
Zoya the Destroyer. That is correct.
Look at me.
Well, can I ask the next one and see if
Sure.
they would have got
Okay.
one?
What do you
Which
got?
movie was released first, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes? And Tara is the winner.
Oh, was it Rise?
I still had no fucking idea.
I've never seen those movies.
I just
They're okay.
I went with logic.
They're okay. So I guess.
This is cool as shit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's drinking that? I guess is Wally and Tara, right?
I feel like I wrote something though, and Wally didn't even try. So
I didn't have a chance to. I asked to repeat the question. You just said, "Show me your answer." I didn't get a chance to write something.
She's just trying to get out of it.
I'll drink it, but you have to. If this happens again, you have the next one.
We need to get a big jar
he only gets to do it once on the.
because that flavor is fucking.
It is disgusting.
Don't
So
tell me that
pungent.
before I fucking drink
You
it.
saw me
It
say
tastes
it smells
good.
like medicine.
It tastes good, but it's.
Not when it's warm.
Stop talking about it.
So the losers have to drink.
Oh God!
What's the name
This
of
is
it?
exactly medicine.
smell it,
It's
yeah.
watermelon.
Take a sniff of that.
It doesn't taste
It's
as
watermelon.
bad as it
Terrible.
smells.
What is
It
it?
smells like
It's
medicine, and
It's
it's
old
warm.
smoky
And
hunch
it's warm.
punch.
If you had a wrestling name, it should be terrible.
Oh,
Tara the Terrible.
Do it.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fucking dope?
Tara the Terrible.
Well, my name
Or
on
what about? Hold on, Terrible Tara. That sounds better.
so
Oh, I didn't mean kill it,
Oh,
but
fuck
good
it.
for you. All right.
Wait,
yeah.
was I not supposed to do
No,
that?
it's like
so
this fucking guy
When
just
I
taking
was-
a
Oh my
fucking
God!
when I was in
clip in there.
That even tastes exactly like fucking
Yeah, the hunch punch has gotten him.
cough syrup.
when I was in
said, "Fuck
kindergarten, there was another Tara. There were
Old Smoky.
two Taras in my kindergarten class, which
Yes.
there aren't really a lot of us anyway. So to have two in
Whose fucking choice was that? Who had that? Was that just left over somewhere?
He put it in my Christmas box.
I gave it to him for Christmas, and he went, "Why not?"
That is one of the worst shots I've ever had.
Cool. I never got it.
It's strong.
I think Brent brought it over once, and it's just been sitting here.
But
Merry Christmas.
They called us the Terrible
Sorry.
Terras because whenever we got together, we were up to no good. So they had to separate us a lot. So then they called us the Terrible Terras.
What's she doing with her life
No
now?
good.
I actually know now. She did go to our high school and everything, like Tiffany and I's high school. And she went to middle school or elementary and middle school with Tiffany and I.
Interesting.
If my name was Tara and I had a friend named Tara and we were up to no good, I
It
think
sounded like a weird rhyme. Kind of liked it. Do it again.
maybe it was supposed
Come
to.
on,
It did
it's
sound
okay.
like there's rhythm to it.
But we were the Terrible Terras. That's what they called us.
I'd be the terrible titties. TDs. TDs.
The terrible
kindergarten?
T's. The terrible T's.
Tits.
In kindergarten.
The double T's.
It doesn't matter now that you're thinking about it.
My name
When you were
on
younger, definitely not. It's probably,
my name on Instagram is Paranormal Activity.
ooh, I like that. Tell me this kid in this movie doesn't look like David Duchovny's son.
The main kid?
Yeah, look at his fucking
And he said
face.
he likes the X-Files.
He
You
did
know what I'm
say
saying?
that.
We're talking paranormal over here, but he looks exactly like him.
Baby. Runtime on Small Soldiers, 108 minutes. I don't... this movie for me always
I think it's
seems
fine.
smaller. Always seems shorter until I start watching it and then I forget about the final battle at the end. Because I always think like, oh, that was it? Oh, no, shit, now yeah. And then whatever, and then he comes back and I was like, oh, yeah, shit, there's 20 more minutes of this fucking movie. Phil Hartman being a boss.
I thought it went on a little too long. There was
I mean,
nothing
it's
that I would have
only
taken out, but it just
an
felt
hour and 40
long.
minutes ish.
Yeah.
not
So,
that
I mean,
long.
it's not...
It felt long.
That's like average, I feel like.
But I was also driving around.
I think it's perfect.
I do
It's
too.
great.
It gives,
I can watch little
There's
toys come to
nothing-
life all day, man.
There's nothing in there that felt like it was like, why is this in it? Like, take it out.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? There's nothing in there that felt like it was dragging. So like,
no, it's telling a story, and I think
Yeah.
it's doing it well because it's establishing the first part of the movie. I think is best to me, where they're having the meeting with global tech taking over, and like nobody's in the conference room; it's just us now, and they're presenting their ideas. And Dennis Leary is literally like, "Yeah, no, these guys are gonna fight these guys. That's what it's gonna be." And like, I feel that's
what
very
it's like.
real
That's
too,
what it's
right? Like. I have these ideas. This guy has this idea. No, fuck, just put them together. Do whatever you need to do. And then them showing prototyping, like we were talking about, of it, like making that one clear
very
statue out
quick,
of resin.
and it was quick. It wasn't like it was
right.
showed too much of that.
Exactly. But I like that because you're building the world we're in now. And then it flash forward to the kid working at this little toy shop,
And they
then-
weren't even supposed to get those toys.
What's funny is if that old guy didn't agree to that,
None of this would
None of it would
none of it
happen.
would have happened.
And his life would have been normal.
Or
So is it his fault?
hold on, or it would have been worse, right? Because then everybody's getting these toys across America
Yeah,
or the
because
world,
where were they
right?
getting shipped to? They were just going to.
So
The toy
that
store.
the big store at the end where Chip finds all the
Oh,
other
yeah,
toys,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
where they were all going, and he was just like, "Well, shipment's never fallen off the back of the truck before." He's like, "I don't like your tone. It's too loud."
If you could pick one of these toys to have, which one would you grab?
Archer.
Archer.
Everyone says Archer.
No, it wouldn't be Archer.
I like the fucking spinny guy. What's his name?
With
Oh,
the
he was a
eyeball.
fucking
Yeah, he was
crackhead.
The
great.
eyeball with the legs.
Yeah, so good.
I
like
think
him too.
I would take the guy.
Is that the one you're talking
There's
about?
Ladies and Germs.
Which one are you
The
talking
one
about?
that he was talking about was
Yeah.
the fast spinning
Yeah,
one, the
yeah,
blue
the
one.
Yeah,
would
yeah,
spin.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the one that was literally like flipping on the bed, like he was jumping
Oh,
and flipping.
the
Which
tiny
I
one.
think
He
was
was
the
an
eyeball, wasn't it?
accessory to the other guy, the big
I liked
rhino
the eye.
dude.
Oh yeah, because I liked the eyeball. though.
Ocula was it was.
I like the eyeball guy when he just walks on his hands
I like the
and he's like up in front of the computer. Like,
right. I kind of like the dude that was like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't remember the guy that gets shot at
Oh,
the bike.
Oh yeah.
I just like how he like
when
explodes.
they dragged him,
I'm pretty messed up, Sarge.
Right.
the
Or,
dogs chasing him.
I like the
Did
guy
we
with
win?
the cigar in his mouth always. Like he's even wearing a mask when they're like doing
Oh, I
everything,
thought
but the
the
cigar's through the
cigar's sticking out.
mask. I was like, all right, that's fucking great.
That's good. That's good. I think that's good writing.
Oh
Or
my
good,
God, yeah.
Whatever. Whoever that
Character
guy's idea was.
character building, basically, right? Or not character building, but character design, right? It's great. So, released on July 10th, 1998.
It's a day before my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
July.
birthday.
Sure. 7-Eleven, that's how I remember
Say
it.
him later. I know because he gets free Slurpees every fucking year.
That's what I
So
tell
do we,
everybody.
though.
I tell everybody.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
you're
what.
right.
Did I tell you about the fucked up story?
Let's hear it.
I don't know why.
My
I get
mom,
so-
God bless her soul, she's sweetest woman in the world,
But
would take me to get Slurpees, and I thought they were for me, but they weren't. They were fucking for everybody.
Gotcha, bitch.
that's
Oh, honey.
good for her. That's
Like,
smart
she's
woman.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Smart,
very
smart woman.
Yeah. I like it.
Freeze Larbies are your birthday, honey.
Oh my god, is it everybody's birthday? Yeah. Why
I
do you
don't
think
remember
they're
when
here?
I found that out too. I think I was like, "Fuck."
Damn it.
God damn
Probably
it.
like high school or something where
Probably.
people could go on their own. Like kids would go after school, like and get them. I remember that.
I remember living with my grandparents when I was a kid, and my mom, we were walking up to the 7-Eleven, and she was like, "Here, I'm gonna get you a free Slurpee for your birthday," and she got me a Slurpee, and I was like, "This is the best day ever."
Mom is magic.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, 10 years later, I'm like, "Oh, come on, man!
I thought that
Did
was
you
mine.
confront
People
her?
don't deserve
Did you
this."
confront her? Were you like,
No, I've never,
lady?
I've never talked to my mom about this.
Call your mom right now.
I'm not gonna call it. She'd be so embarrassed. My mom is like too sweet. She'd be like, "What do you mean?"
I can't believe you did
She'd be
that.
like, "I did not."
You're making me sound like a bad mom.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. All right, top 10 that week. We're changing up the order, by the way.
Sure. I'm just along for the ride, baby.
Baby, number 10. 6 days.
What is that from? Why do you keep? You
'Cause
guys
it's
just
funny.
fucking say it.
I got it from a streamer, and then all my
We
bandmates
have-
started doing it, and then he started.
I feel like you've explained it before. Just
Yeah.
Me and him have a problem with like sayings. We'll get
Oh, I
one
know.
caught,
They'll last forever.
and then the next one comes, and then that's the next one. And then,
yeah. Baby.
yeah. Number 10, 6 Days and 7 Nights.
It was a horror
I
movie.
believe that's Tommy Lee Jones and not Tommy Lee Jones. Fuck,
Wasn't he in this?
I'm not sure what this
Han Solo and
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford and the blonde girl.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
Is
where
this,
they
is
like
this a horror movie? Is it
no,
No.
it's
suspense or something?
no, it's a love movie.
You're right, it is. No, they're
Anne
like
Hesh.
he's like her pilot.
Anne Hesh? No.
Oh, she's
Anne Hesh? No.
what her is? It is. She's dead now.
Yeah. She got yeah.
yeah.
Brain dead. Car
Dave
accident.
Schwimmer,
David Schwimmer.
because he's her like fiance.
Right. And then they take a trip, and he's the pilot.
Yeah, Harrison
the-
Ford's the pilot, and she's on it, but they crash.
Right, to like an
And so they're
island.
stuck there for 6 days,
7 nights.
7 nights.
And then they end up
but
going,
they fall for each
what else
other.
can we do?
Yeah.
The sex.
Yeah.
And then they
Six.
do it. Probably 6 times
very
in
nice.
7 nights. I'm just assuming.
Nice. I like
No-
your bath.
Yeah, it checks out. Number 9, The X-Files, Fight for the Future. David Duchovny again.
Was that their big one? What was their big?
No,
Because
I
the
think-
movie was
I think-
good, but I can't remember
There was
which.
one
If there was
before that,
another
there
one.
was-
I think it was just the X-Files
Yeah.
movie. It
'Cause
just
that
called
was
The
The
great.
X-Files.
Yeah, and then they came. I think there was 2 of them after.
There was one where it's like in snow. They found like stuff under the ice and shit like that. That might have been the first
Almost like The Thing.
one. So good.
He doesn't like The Thing.
There's a lot of good gay jokes here to make, but I am going to refrain. I'm going to take a step
He's
back.
going to refrain from the gay. Okay. Number 7, Out of Sight.
Wait, what was number 8?
The thing. No.
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 Oh, did I skip
X-Files.
it? 10, 9, 7. Oh, I did. I don't know.
Good job, Tara.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. Unless that is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I fucked up. I don't know what 8 was.
Top 9, baby.
Top 9. Top 10 without 8. I don't know. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Fucking,
Well, and I can't look it up because I might accidentally say the top
we
three.
can look it up after
Just
this.
keep it rolling.
Number
Let's go.
7, like I said, Out of Sight. Number 6, Mulan.
I love Mulan.
Mulan was good. Number 5,
My
Nah.
favorite soundtrack.
What?
One of my top 3.
I don't like
Tarzan's my favorite
Tarzan.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
Tarzan's
Phil
really
Collins.
I mean,
too.
Phil Collins. Come on, he went ham. He didn't have to, and he did. And
Oh,
we,
he went ham.
and we appreciate it.
He was like,
It
so
is
you,
really
what do you
good.
want? Yeah, I'm not doing that. We're going to fucking bang
No,
this
they
out.
literally.
It's
This
so
is a
good.
movie about monkeys and a man in the jungle, and he was like, "Got it," and just like,
So good.
The
They were like,
entire
dude.
forest is going to be mine.
Do you like
Dude, it's just
Brendan
monkeys.
Fraser's?
Yeah, I do
Tarzan is
actually.
so
George
good.
of the Jungle?
I love George of the Jungle. It's Tarzan, but George of the Jungle, yeah.
So my wife
I haven't
never.
seen that in so long.
My
It's
wife
different, but
I
it's
don't
not.
think ever seen it. And then we were talking about. I think we were watching Brendan Fraser's like retrospective, like about his
All of his-
career
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like Variety or something.
Bedazzled.
YouTube channel.
So good.
That's coming up soon. But
Elizabeth Hurley.
she was like, I don't think
Oh,
I've
I think
seen.
so, I would do that.
She's like 60. And
Young
looks
Still looks
Elizabeth.
great.
Yeah, good for
Well,
her.
I haven't seen her old, but I probably wouldn't have a problem
She's
with that.
always like conniving in every movie she's into. She's
She
just
plays
got
that
that
conniving
attitude.
too.
You know what I mean? Like
She plays it well. So
She
why
does.
not? Well, even Austin Powers.
there was
she
there was a show she was in. It was a few years ago. It was I think it was just called The Royals, and
Yeah,
they were like she was like the queen or something like that, and her kids were both just like fucktards. Like they were like drugs, drinking, sex scandals. but she was the queen, but she wasn't like Queen Elizabeth queen. She was like
Queen
a
Latifah.
bad bitch.
Queen
Like she was
Latifah.
like fucking like one of the security guards and like
Or the
Oh,
queen
good
bee.
for her.
fights
Oh,
with her
good for her.
kids. Like she went like head to head with her daughter a lot.
Wild.
But she was same attitude though as all of those other movies.
That's how she does. Number 5, Madeline.
Wait.
Madeline.
Madeline, whatever.
Yeah.
What's
okay.
that? I don't know what that is.
Tomato, tomato.
I meant the movie.
Tara.
I think it is Madeline.
Whatever.
Madeline. She was there. I'm not gonna explain it to you.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Good
I
call.
completely forgot about it.
Good call, Tara.
You're not gonna watch it.
All right.
She's a French girl. So they all. That's a bunch. It's a girls. They live in like a
Oh yeah, she's got
house
the
together. They all wear the same
I don't
her
remember.
haircut
outfits.
is
She's
short.
a little
Yep.
short-haired
Yeah, yeah,
redhead
yeah,
girl.
Yep. I
She's
remember.
always like the back of the lady. There's like 12 of them or 8 of them or something. There's a bunch of them.
Did you read Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
read?
Sister.
Who reads, Wally?
I just watched it.
Yeah, I've
Did you?
seen them. Yeah.
Did you
Just
like
for
it?
fun?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you just
I was
watched
just
it
trying-
instead of reading.
No,
Or
I
you
didn't
mean you
watch
just
it
watched-
either.
Oh, why
I was
did you
just
ask
trying
me?
to stereotype the
Oh.
fuck out of her.
As a female,
No, just as you, as I've been around you for a while now. I
that
just
sounded
kinda-
like something I would read.
Yeah.
Look,
Really?
I'm
Sorry.
actually-
Honestly, the fact that you thought I would read a book was wrong right there.
Do you
So
just would you prefer pictures? Moving really
Movies.
fast?
movies,
So pictures movie really
fast
fast.
picture films.
Sorry, Steve. Number
Movie
5.
films, picture films. I like the things that are like they show me what happens and I don't have to read what happens.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's not my thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I just get like a bunch of stickies for Tara and I'm like after drawing them on.
Yeah, with a little dancing man in the corner.
We should create this thing that instead of doing like each individual thing and you got to riff through it, we could have like a crank, right? And we look through like.
I think that's
things
how
with
it
a
used
light.
to be.
Oh,
Right, Steve? Isn't that what we're talking
Maybe.
about?
Is
Yeah.
that
But there
old
wasn't any
movie
sound. I
films?
didn't think they had any sound then.
well, how would you do the sound? It's almost impossible. You had to get like
I
some
don't
kind
know
of.
if
I would
either
hum
of you
in
are
the
fucking
background.
around right now.
He's like, what is sarcasm?
One of you is dumb, and I don't know which one it is.
Sarcasm.
I think that was pointed in your direction then, Randall.
I understood. I knew it was a joke, but I didn't know which one of you didn't.
You were
know.
making sure that they were both in on it,
Yeah,
and that one of them
yeah.
wasn't like oblivious.
Yeah.
No, I caught maybe 7 or 8 words in after
Okay,
Steve started
okay,
talking,
okay,
and then I
okay.
just
I just
joined.
wanted
I
to
have
make sure.
seen
Sisterhood.
both of those movies, but that is not my vibe. I'm really not like.
What was the movie Britney Spears was in around that same
Crossroads.
time? Thank you. Who else was in it?
Zoe
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
That's Spider-Man.
With an S. Zeldania. She's the one in
Zeldania.
Avatar.
Zeldania.
Did
the
you
one in
see-
Zeldania.
Avatar.
Did you see the other movie that she was in where she was in an abusive relationship? Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
Britney Spears?
Yeah, it's Hit Me Baby.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that's not. You shouldn't joke about that.
Oops, she did it again. I don't know.
That's the one where she comes back and kills him.
Right. Oops, she did it again.
No, it was the second one. Is
Call me crazy. Or...
they do get back together. It's called Toxic.
I hate this. Save me.
All right, there's your clip, Steve. Randall, write that time down.
I did.
All right, I cried. I'm done.
Number 4,
Okay.
And
Dr.
then
Doolittle.
Mine is They Drive You Crazy.
I
That's my
love-
documentary.
Oh.
Drive Me crazy.
I love Dr. Doolittle.
It's great.
It's
I
a
think
really
it's like
good
the
movie.
last.
That's the first one?
The first one, yeah, with Norm as the dog and Chris Rock as the gerbil.
Maybe one of the last really good before Eddie Murphy started
Yeah,
falling off. You think?
yeah, I think so. Because the second, you know what, the second one wasn't that bad.
I was fucking-
He's like looking at him like all I can think about is toxic. And
it was really good. I'm sorry if you don't think that was funny.
remember the rats in Dr. Doolittle?
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect.
I'm gonna watch
I always
that
thought
movie
Men in Black. They copied that from Men in Black and the 3 little roach dudes.
What came out before that?
5 little roach dudes.
So Men in Black is 98. Doolittle's 98.
It's up there.
That's a great movie, by the way. That'd be a good one to put on the list.
Men in Black.
In Black.
Men in Black's on my list.
Yeah.
I'm on this Reddit that is I watched an old movie just to feel old because people will post like Mean Girls or Men in Black or this, and I'm like, it's not that
I love
old. And I'm
I
like,
like
Mean
Mean
Girls.
Girls.
Oh shit, is 20 years old.
I feel like,
I feel like every-
movies that come out when we're alive, I still don't feel like
Oh,
they
yeah.
were old.
Well, it's
like the
weird.
90s are not old to me still.
Right, like my brain works in a way of like
Older.
a movie that came out in the 70s or 80s is like, oh, that's a classic movie,
Yes,
right?
Yep, yep.
But like The Lion King. Oh, that's
Was that like
that's
93
new.
or something?
94.
94.
Right? Oh, that's just Aladdin. Yeah, that's just a newer movie. No.
I feel like a lot of guys
30 years.
like have like hidden chick flick movies they like. I think Mean Girls
It's a good
is in that because I like Mean Girls. Maybe I like
Doesn't even
Clueless
go
too.
here.
I like Clueless. I love
Clueless was good. What is another one?
Paul Redwood.
There's got to be another one. Those are the only two I can
I'm-
really think of that are like.
Sweet Home Alabama, baby. What up?
Oh, that is a good one.
And that's not even that's a newer one. That's not like a
Princess
new
Diaries.
I'm pretty sure Sweet Home Alabama was like
the Princess
2004.
Diaries,
too.
and they're doing a
What's
third
the one?
one.
I always ask this, and I always forget. What's the one with the girl has a baby in Walmart?
Let's start. Oh, we talked about this.
I know. That's what you said.
Juno? No.
No, it's Home.
Maybe Home Sweet Home.
No, it's not Home Sweet Home because we
It's
just
got-
looked this
I think
up.
it's Natalie Portman, right?
It is. It's
And
definitely Natalie
like,
Portman and Ashley Judd.
Yeah.
State of Home
What's that
State.
band, Randall?
Home State of
Home
Home State of something or State of
I'm on my way.
where the heart is. Where the heart
That's
is.
what it is.
Yeah,
That's
where the
what-
heart is.
Motley Crue, man.
What is y'all's favorite Disney cartoon
Movie?
from
Movie?
like when you're young, like 90s? Well,
Oh, I guess not. You're talking like the kind of the original
The-
slew
I
of Disney
watched
movies.
things.
okay. Well, then you can answer. I was just saying not from
You're
the
a little-
90s for
you're
you
a
because
Little
you were just
Mermaid.
born.
You're a Little
I don't
Mermaid
like
guy.
Mermaid.
Really?
I'm asking this for a reason. So
But it's like like Bambi-ish and stuff like those
Like-
ones. Like,
like-
the old
Lady and the Tramp was my go-to every time.
oh, that's adorable.
The Fox and the Hound. I think it might have been mine.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I like Aristocrats.
That's a
Cats.
good one too.
I think something's got to be wrong inside of you, Fox.
Why?
Is like your favorite one. That's
It's
literally
so
like
good. What are you talking
no. Listen,
about?
if
He loves spaghetti.
listen, carrot. That's Lady
Spaghetti.
and the Tramp.
I used
You said
I used to
Fox
be
and the
able- I
Hound.
used to be able to whistle that
Whatever.
shit. What?
Listen.
Okay, good. I'm mad now.
Carrick knows. No, listen.
I like Five
Listen, this is why. This Five Fingers West isn't Disney.
No, it's not
I
Disney.
love that movie though, and the original one, The American Tail, the first
Right.
one. Carrick knows that if he walks into the living room and I am watching Fox and the Hound, something is very wrong
What about Robin Hood?
because it is absolutely. I think of Fox and the Hound and I cry. So if I am purposely, by choice, putting on Fox and the Hound, Carrick knows something is wrong.
Did you watch it yesterday?
No, I
Honestly,
didn't.
wasn't a
Did you
big
watch it
Disney
today?
kid.
No, I
like
didn't.
Lion King, I watched a million times.
So I
Can't
love
wait, Jungle
Aristocats
King.
too. The
Jungle
reason
Book was really good too.
The reason I'm asking
Man,
is
it's
because
cities,
my
not
best
the
friend and I have asked this question to a lot of guys. Overwhelming amount of them have said Aladdin. It's like one of the most common ones that's guys' favorite Disney movies, and I don't know what it is. I thought maybe it was Jasmine, but apparently it's not.
I think it's.
I think it's he's adventure. He gets to do what he wants. Lives out in the.
Yeah, he's a
rebellious
fucking
thing.
flying
Yeah, like-
carpet, dude.
No, the reason for it is think of all the Disney movies around that time. Which movie has a male lead?
Lion King.
But it's a tiger.
He's a
a
lion.
lion,
Because
whatever.
it's called Lion
I'm
King.
saying-
It's a little
Sorry,
different.
sorry,
I get Steve
The
what Steve's
Jungle
saying
Book.
though.
A person, right? The
Jungle
Jungle
Book.
Book's not.
And he
It's like
lives
he's
with
a little
animals.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm
It
saying
is a
like,
lot of princessy stuff.
that's what I'm saying. So we were in that demographic of that age because to me the
Why did we
Jungle
get
Book-
anything?
Right, the Jungle Book was like a 9-year-old kid. I think Aladdin
Petition.
was like a 15-year-old or
Yeah.
in that era. So like I feel like that's people gravitate to that. Men our age would, right? Like because what else was there?
I did ask because I asked.
I think
Carrick,
I'm Lion
too.
King. Now that I think about it, I think
I
I
asked
watched it
Carrick
so
too,
much
and
when I was a
Carrick
kid.
said Aladdin
tiger.
or
I'm a
Lion
fucking
King.
idiot.
Those are the two he
Lion
said.
King.
He
It's in
said
the name.
Aladdin first,
You're right.
but then he said,
Cocksucker.
if I'm thinking about it, I probably watched Lion King a lot too. But he said Aladdin first. But like Sean said Aladdin, Danny said Aladdin. A lot of guys we knew in high school and college had all said
Are
Aladdin.
you trying to build like a brain thing? Like these guys? Are
No,
this kinda
it's
way?
just it's
Psychology.
just
Right.
interesting
Yeah.
to have heard that many.
I wish I could talk
Guys say
correctly. I'm glad you
Aladdin.
guys.
Well, also though, you got to think Robin Williams in that movie stole the show.
Oh, sure.
And I can see
it, was
like
it was perfect.
people's comedy
so
or
good.
people's thought processes coming from that because you're growing up watching it. So now that's your joke.
Will
What
Smith.
you- don't look. They don't even. It's funny. Like all
I haven't
those.
watched
never
it,
seen it.
so
It's not.
I haven't.
It's not a bad movie, but you have to put it up against the original Aladdin, and it just sucks, right?
Karate Kid original or remake?
You talking the one with Jackie Chan and
Yeah.
Oh,
Original.
that's trash. Trash.
Original.
The Jade one's
Trash.
good.
Trash.
It's not trash. It's not.
It's not
Trash.
trash. It's not trash, but I still say original.
I think the original.
The
too,
reason
but
being-
I, do
I actually
like
like
the, I do
this
like the
set
second
with
one. Or the
what's her
remake.
face? Who was the girl in the
Karate Girl.
one Karate Kid?
But
Oh,
Jackie
Hilary
Chan,
Swank.
fucking Jackie
I
Chan,
liked that one too.
It wasn't bad.
killed it.
Yeah.
I will say this: the first 3 seasons
Killed
of
it.
Cobra Kai are like really good. The first season to me, I was like, this is the best thing you could do to bring back a movie from the 80s.
Hate that show.
Why?
I haven't watched it yet, so don't.
The acting, I can't.
I haven't-
get by
I haven't
it.
gotten
I
into
really
it yet.
can't. I can't get through it. It's really
Cobra
cheesy.
Kai?
I've been doing Yellowstone.
The acting's really cheesy, and I can't get through
It's
it.
all right.
I've been watching
Johnny
I've
Lawrence
seen multiple
is
episodes
amazing.
on accident. Like I was at somebody else's house and they had it on. And I
But
just
are you
didn't.
watching the like later seasons?
No, it was the first season.
Okay, so
Because
that was
were starting to go through it, and then I saw part of the second season.
I have a confession.
okay. What? You've never seen Karate Kid?
My girlfriend was like, "We should watch Yellowstone together." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do that." And I did it all by myself. I've watched it all by myself,
Is it good?
and I haven't said anything.
Is
yet.
it good?
I did it all in 2
she
days.
does.
You're not
Podcast.
answering the question.
I
There's
don't,
like
she
40
does.
seasons, isn't it?
Oh,
You
sorry.
say she does. She does.
Yeah. Obviously,
the
if you
confession.
did
This is
not
where I'll
stop,
this is where I'll confess my weird, stupid shit.
if you watch it all in 2 days, it must be worth it.
It's kind of like, it's not like Sons of Anarchy weird.
Yeah.
It's better than that. It's got more depth, but it's fucking, it'll suck you right in.
I haven't seen it.
Well, my parents were like, you gotta watch Yellowstone. I'm like, I hate cowboys.
It's good.
I
It's-
hate you
might
love Kevin
not like it.
Costner, so I get it.
Waterworld,
I
baby.
like
I'm like,
Costner, too.
I'm like into Kevin Costner. I'm like,
I like
I don't know.
Costner too.
So yeah, whatever.
It's like it's cowboys. It's a bunch of stoic fucking dudes. You might not like it.
I'm not gonna.
You
watch
might
it.
not like it. It is a weird kind of vibe.
It's one of
Kind of
those.
far from the microphone.
You know me.
I'm
I
sorry.
like,
Can you not hear me?
but you know I like the wild.
Yeah.
I like the woods and the man's
I'm
kind
the
of stuff.
man's man. I
Yeah.
like it. Top 3 that week in no particular order, and then you
Wait,
guys
what
got
was
to
number
guess it.
4?
Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Oh,
why
you gotta write it
I
down.
thought that
You
was
can
number
write it down.
5.
You can
I
do
thought that was
different
number
things.
5. I don't know.
All good. We got
He did this last week.
Small Soldiers,
Sure. 3.
Lethal Weapon 4 in its first week, Armageddon in its second week.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Okay. I'm gonna go Armageddon.
Number 1.
What week is Small Soldiers?
First
This
week.
is first week too, obviously. Because
I'm gonna go Armageddon, Lethal, Small Soldiers.
Armageddon, Lethal Weapon, Small Soldiers. Gotcha.
Yes.
Randy's going.
Arm, small, lethal.
That's what I
1,
was gonna-
2, 3.
That's what I was going to say.
It's number 1, Lethal Weapon 4.
Shut up.
Number 2, Armageddon. Number 3, Small Soldiers. You
Well,
want to know
fuck me.
why? Mel Gibson,
I don't care. It's
Donnie
the fourth
Glover.
One. That's the fourth one.
Joe Pesci,
That's not.
Jet fucking Lee.
It's not a bad movie. It's a great.
But it's the
fucking
fourth
movie.
one, and it wasn't even its first week. So
No, that was its first week.
I thought you said second week.
Armageddon was second week.
Oh, I thought you said both of them were second week.
Armageddon was fucking. Maybe it was after
I
the
think
fact.
it debuted number 1, went
Like
to 2,
fucking
then
you.
went back. Yeah.
No, okay.
Fucking I can stay away.
Oh, stop.
Just to hear
Tell them where you got your middle name from, Steve.
that man. And that's not good now because he's under some investigations.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait for what?
He has a sexual assault case against him from
Oh,
the
he's
70s.
probably sexually assaulted a lot of people.
Well, but the story is actually
Youngins.
really weird. So she was 16, and she went on tour with him when he was 25.
was it for
Her
making
parents-
love in an elevator?
Her parents signed an agreement to allow her to go on tour with him.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And the agreement was that he would still have her go to school and stuff like
What
that.
parent in the 70s went, yeah, no problem, let me sign that fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Do you
Unless
think-
that kid was so bad they went,
But apparently
problem
there
now, bitch.
was there
think
were
that's about
sexual.
oral? What? Living up
What?
while you're going down?
yeah, oh yeah,
That's right. That's it. You think?
yeah.
Okay.
Loving
But-
in an elevator,
but-
going up while I'm going down. Wait,
think that's
going
what
up
it is.
while we're going down? I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Look,
Loving in
what
an
is getting down on the
elevator.
muffin mean?
Get down on the muffin.
I think we all know what it
We all
means.
know what that.
I don't
means.
know. What does it mean?
I think we all know.
I don't know.
We don't need to get graphic with it. Steve, do you have a muffin?
What? I don't know what a muffin is. Tara's obviously
A
knows.
muffin is a vagine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It can mean whatever he wants it to mean. That's
No.
what we would
No, it
only
can't.
know.
That's what it is.
So
I'm
he's
pretty
getting
sure.
down
He's talking
on a
about a
vagina.
vagina.
Sure.
So what is he doing on it?
I mean, you got muffin top, but that's just a weird.
It's different.
Yeah.
You don't go down the.
No. I mean, you could,
Well,
but why?
yeah.
But apparently there were
But why?
sexual acts and all that stuff. And I was like, well, no shit. She went on tour with a rock. So, but he was 25. She was 16. But again, I still think you also have to look at your
Rocket.
parents here and go, what the fuck were you thinking? Why did you send me?
Like I said,
But it
either-
was 1973.
Right.
He's admitted to this in past interviews. He said, I almost took a teen bride because they had apparently a really good
obviously you can sit back and
bond,
say that
but-
the times were different, which they were.
but probably
right?
shouldn't have been.
You
There's a lot of
you
people
can-
that have admitted to it now. Like,
You can go back even further and see how many people were fucking and marrying
But the fact-
underage
Teenagers,
right?
yeah.
So like it's not a uncommon thing, but obviously we're getting through to the new age and day, and things are changing.
But even still, why now? Like, it's not like we didn't know this was wrong 20 years ago. Why now is she?
I don't know.
She's
Money?
like in her
Money?
50s now, right?
Money?
I mean,
Fucking-
she was
got-
16 in the 70s.
It's got to be money. Just like those two actors said that they were filmed
it's all
nude
weird.
while they were prepubescent,
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And now they're
What movie
suing
was that
Paramount.
now?
I can't remember.
Can't remember. I just saw that, but yeah,
Peter Pan. I don't know, fucking something
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
But they're suing like Paramount to say that, hey, back 50 years ago when you, did
exposed
this,
us, like
right?
It was, yeah.
There's got to be a statute of limitations. You know what I mean? Is that wrong?
Sure.
I don't know. It
But-
is, but at the time, was it? You know what I mean? Like, was that just the norm? And
Well, and I think that's the problem.
No,
is
it was
you have
legal
to
then,
look,
too.
Like,
Oh,
obviously,
baby.
should have been wrong back then. But I think that the Steven Tyler thing is weird because he has admitted it. He said, I almost took a teen bride. Her parents, he's told the whole story. Her parents, this was years ago he told the story though, like in his book or something like that. Her parents agreed for her to go on tour with me, blah, blah, blah. She was 16 or whatever, but he was still 25 years old. And in my mind, and I still see it today, I don't understand how a 25-year-old looks at a 16-year-old and goes, yeah, that's my jam.
depends. This is gonna
No,
sound.
I like older ladies.
Hold on, this is gonna sound
I
really
like them
fucked
older
up.
women.
But recently or the last 15 years, with growth
Not in the
hormones and
70s.
milks and whatnot. Yeah,
And what?
with
Do you say
milks.
and
He
milks?
did say milks.
He did. He said milks.
I know what you're saying, but
Right.
it's just the way you worded it that kind of confused me for a minute.
I'm trying to
Growth
talk
hormones.
savvy. I don't know. Growth hormones,
Drink the
whatnot.
milks, baby.
There's younger women are developing faster, right? So you could sit there and be like, wow, look at this girl. And she's like, I'm 13.
Oh, sure. I didn't just mean look-wise, though. I mean, knowing she was 16, that would be enough ick for me. You
But
know what
also,
I mean? Like,
also, there are people that are into, which, they're called peta.
I don't like that.
It's actually not pedophilias.
No,
Pedophilias?
it's something else.
Pedophile. It's a
Because they're not kid. They're
something file. I can't remember what it is. Pentophile or something before it.
But
yeah.
like even now, like I see guys in bars who are easily in their
Hemophile or
40s and they're trying to hit on girls who are brand new 21, and I'm like, literally could be your daughter. Like
This whole
full
con-
on could be your
Speaking
daughter.
of,
and
did
I
you
don't
see that
understand
guy
it.
walk up to Tiffany during our set on Saturday night before he got there?
Yeah, he ended up making out with someone else though,
Yeah.
like some other
But
lady.
that
once
dude
you-
was definitely in his 50s.
Oh, for
Once you're
sure.
an adult and you can make
That was
adult
the dude that was standing
decisions-
next to you, and I was like,
dancing.
that's the one that was
Yeah,
standing
that guy
next
was
to you, and I
getting
came
it.
up to you and I was like, he keeps staring at me. I'm going to
Yeah.
stand next to you so that he doesn't speak to me.
Dude, whatever he was doing, he got something. So I mean, good for
He
him.
did. Him and that lady were making out later.
My 2 cents is if you're an adult and you can make adult decisions and you have
With
that
other
frame,
adults, yes.
that frame of mind that's mature enough to make a decision, then you should be able to. Doesn't matter if they're fucking
That's
70.
not what
but
I mean.
if someone's underage,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
then you
But that's-
don't have that capacity legally.
That's not
then
necessarily what I
keep
mean.
that.
though.
Get that out of here. Get it out of
You
here.
are not
That's gross.
in the same place mentally or in your life when you are 45 to a 21-year-old woman. The
Yeah,
only
or-
thing you are looking for
No,
is
you're-
one thing. Like, there's no way. But I know someone whose daughter is like newly 21, like she turned 21 in 2022.
Yeah.
She's pregnant with her 40-year-old boyfriend's baby. Who let their daughter at the age of 19 date someone who was 38 years old?
Oh, dude, it's
My
a weird
God.
concept.
That's
look,
crazy to me.
I was going pee pee in a public restroom the other day, and a younger man came near me, and I was like, no, "We're gonna put this on hold." And I walked down, and I went. And
Wait.
peed, I went and peed in the
Did
stall.
you?
No, it wasn't
Okay,
there yet.
all right,
And he
all
just
right.
he
I was
was.
gonna say that was impressive if he did.
I don't think he learned there's like etiquette.
Yeah.
Go a couple down.
Yeah. I don't think he knew. He just was
Or-
like he just had to fucking
No,
pee.
or
So
he
he
went-
just beelined it for the.
Yeah.
no.
And I was like,
We
all
were
right,
with there,
bud.
big guy.
And I just went down.
What's
I went
up?
and peed. I went and
What's
peed. Yeah.
Sometimes I like to play like fuck with people and go right in the middle.
Yeah.
If nobody else is in there, I'll
Will
go
you ever
right in
just
the
try
middle,
to
be
pee
like,
the
"Good
same
luck,
one as someone
motherfucker."
else? Like, it's just
No, I'm waiting for you to be done because I want to pee in yours.
Sean has said at our shows though for years, like even when I was just in my 20s, like it's a shame that you're not into guys your dad's age because you would clean up at our shows because like they literally like come and
that's
creep
every.
and call
It
and
doesn't
talk to
matter.
me. It's
It's
so
every
weird.
fucking dude, Tara.
But I don't get it. Is what
any
I'm saying.
any younger woman that's attractive could go probably run
just
home with
don't-
1,000 older dudes.
Well, that's the thing, right? Any woman at any point in time can go, "Hey, let's go."
it's,
all right?
it's a thing, but yeah,
Right.
you can't do the opposite.
I agree,
Right.
but like
I watched an
even,
old guy get slapped at one of my shows
But, like,
before, and I was
even-
like, "Yeah!"
Fuck that guy up.
but even as a woman, like
He was
right
all
now, at
touchy-feely.
the age of
Yeah, I don't like that.
34, I have zero interest in. I don't care what he looks like in a guy who's 21. That sounds like exhausting to me. A
could be.
21-year-old dude. First of all, y'all mature way later than us, anyways. I'm not going to go backwards and date someone younger.
The
than-
majority.
I don't know. Have you looked at
Like-
21-year-old girls nowadays? Like, I couldn't handle that.
Oh,
Like,
my
oh my
God.
God, did you guys? Geez, that
Kind of
it's like-
fucking dumb.
Right, exactly.
I think it's just because we're older now.
Probably. Anyways,
Randall.
small
Excuse
soldiers.
me?
Look, Randall's gonna sound shitty, but like, depending on your capacity, I don't think a lot of dudes really mature till their late 20s.
Have you seen my life?
You matured at an early age, but you just kind of just rode the line perfectly. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
responsible,
Yeah.
but still a child.
Steve fucking what is that Trailer Park Boys quote where he's talking about drinking alcohol and he's like,
You just got to ride.
He bought the breathalyzer.
Right. He's like, I'm just
he's like,
riding on the line in
he's
between.
riding it perfectly
Yeah.
the whole time.
Fucking
Miss
worst
Cole's eating
case
his child.
Ontario. You're right. Anyways, budget of Small Soldiers. What
lot.
do we think it costs to make this movie? And yes, I just found the button to put the videos up.
$65 million.
$65 million.
115.
115 million.
Yes.
Tara?
55.
55. Guess what? I remembered to guess this week, guys.
So you guess, so you haven't looked at it yet.
Well, I mean,
He's obviously looked at it,
so
but
what
the
I
guess
did-
was
Oh, you
before.
wrote it before. You
I wrote it down.
How do we know?
And then you're right. But I wrote it down,
I
and
trust
then
you, buddy.
I did my notes. If Wally's gonna trust me,
I
everybody
trust
should
you.
trust me. I guess 65 million.
Oh, same-
The
I liked how the high five looked through the through the
Try to
two
get-
panels. Like you can't see the hands at all.
Whatever. So yeah, I guess 65. I just thought, like, thinking about it, I was like, okay, there's a lot of, at this time in 98, a lot of CGI that wasn't everywhere. There's a lot of
CGI,
puppetry.
animatronic
There's a
stuff,
lot of
yeah.
stuff going on. There's
It mixed it, by the
there's
way,
some people there. What?
in a great way. Kind of like
It
Jurassic
did.
Park, kind of.
The only thing I didn't
Not
like,
that good, but
in which, again, it shows its age, is when the puppets are talking versus when the CGI is
it was
talking.
like perfect.
Oh, when the
Yeah.
puppets, it's their mouths are just up and down.
Barely,
There's, like,
barely.
nothing,
There's
yeah.
like, yeah. But I get it, and
It's fucking Mars Attack.
getting back to it. So the actual budget, $40 million.
Terry got it again. I still thought.
I mean, we're all
she
over,
Fucking
but-
cheats, man.
whatever.
I'm convinced.
I didn't.
I mean, obviously, I even thought it was more than this. 40
I thought it
million
was more than
still-
I did too.
65. I thought it was more than
you're in the
65.
hundreds.
You went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went.
Damn, goddamn. Okay, so what do we think it made overall in its box office run? Office run. Wally first because he took the first one.
100 mil.
100 mil, right on the nose.
Hundy.
Cool.
125.
125.
120.
120.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that number that you saw was, and then
I
you gave
didn't.
me-
I was trying to. No, I was remembering what the budget was. He said, and I was trying to like do a double or triple of what the budget was.
So I remember hearing stuff about this like a long time ago that like the reason why there wasn't a sequel or the reason why there wasn't like a huge deal about this movie was it just bombed.
I keep burping.
That sucks. Probably because of that cherry Coke you had.
Oh, it's because of the Arnie.
But no, those aren't
Palmies.
Arnie Palmy.
I just burped, Steve. God damn it! Stop trying to make science out of it.
Anyways, so I just remember thinking like
burps
this was a bomb movie, even though I love this movie and I've watched it,
this
and everybody I talked to is like, "Oh man, yeah, Small Soldiers is great." So I was like, I don't know, fucking 60 million is my guess. I just thought it was just meh, under the budget even
like-
that I guessed.
Yeah,
So opening weekend, it made $14 million.
Sure.
Not bad.
not bad.
Overall, 87.5.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it doubled its budget.
Well, so I almost went to, because a lot of times I do just double the budget.
Sure.
If I really have no idea, and I almost doubled it, but 80 sounded like too little. Now I wish I had just doubled it, but 80 sounded too low to me.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, I just
This is also
thought
DVD era too, so a lot of these movies that are popular made a
VHS
lot. Yeah, VHS
era.
board. They
Yeah,
made a lot of their
that's it, yeah.
movies.
right.
They made a lot of their money after the fact.
For sure, and that's the thing too. And we've already talked about this with a lot of movies, maybe like this or like those rom-coms or like stupid comedies. You just can't make them anymore because you're banking on the money that they're going to make from the DVD sales.
Yep,
And
yep.
now you just don't got that. So, all right,
Nope,
tomatometer time. The Rotten Tomatoes score. The Rotty T's. The Tomaters. What do we think critics and audience gave it out of 100%? Walter.
Okay, I'm gonna go critics 65.
75.
I'm gonna go audience 72.
72. Okay. Randall.
Critics, I'm going to go 45.
Okay.
Audience, I'm going to go, I bombed, 63.
Okay.
45, 63.
Look, she's like, I don't know.
You had time to think,
I know.
or were you
did.
just listening to us say our stuff
Yeah.
again?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be thinking of your own answers, Tara. You should be using us like you do.
Okay, I'm gonna say critics. I think that's I would say 60s. So let's say 64 for critics,
Okay.
and I would say audience. Honestly, I wouldn't 60.
Okay.
64 critics, 60 audience.
So I guessed 60 for critics and 75 for audience. I
I
figured
like
like
how you did them all this time. You did all. Yeah.
that's what I'm trying. I always try to remember to do it, but then sometimes I just don't remember. So I just figured like everybody I've talked to about this movie is like, oh, dude, I fucking love this movie. Like and people don't even talk about it or remember it.
I
but-
did ask some people today and they said the same thing.
Right, and critically though,
I don't think I've ever heard anyone go, "This movie sucks."
right,
Yeah.
right, or I only saw it one time, but I remember it being amazing. I don't think critically though it was very well received, but not like it's a bad
I
movie.
just don't remember like hearing, and like, it was so long ago. I just don't remember.
Sure, yeah, 98. I don't remember yesterday. So,
I was 10.
Yeah,
so I have no
exactly.
idea.
so critics gave this a 49%.
Oh,
Good job, man.
Audience gave this a 45%. What?
wow.
I would have figured it would be maybe different. Obviously, I figured like the audience would like this more than the critics, but 40s?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect
I
that.
wish I had explanations.
I mean, we can look at every. So remember at the end of
Like
Jay and
generalized.
Silent Bob Strike Back, they
Yeah.
go to everybody's house and beat the shit out of them.
That's what we should do.
Beat the shit out of you with bars of soap. IMDb score 6.2. That's where
That
Sure.
was higher.
That's
It's a
definitely
little
where it
higher,
needs
yeah.
to be. So
That's more. That makes more sense.
Ryan, that tomatoes can suck ass, man.
Get
They're
suck it.
so sometimes it's so random.
The only thing I will say is right now the new Last of Us TV show is sitting at 100% Rotten Tomatoes score
Oh,
with like
thank
85 fucking reviews for critics, and I'm like, I'm in.
Dude, I'm
I'm-
just so fucking excited.
January 6th, 15th, 15th. I don't
It's
know.
a new TV show coming out about a video game, but
wanna-
you probably don't have to play the video game. It's gonna be so good.
You know what? You need to come over and we're gonna watch that first episode.
Like group night.
yeah. I mean, I'll go to your house either. I don't care.
We can do whatever. You got the 80-inch.
Well, dude,
I'm in.
Hey,
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. 82-inch, by the way.
you better speak
2
the
inches
truth.
matter, right, Tara?
Yeah.
It's
See,
probably
she said that like, yeah, you're right.
I mean, it really. To be honest, it really doesn't.
It's the motion of the ocean.
It's the and honestly,
There we
like
go.
I feel like girth matters more than like
You gotta,
You know,
you gotta
like-
get it.
sometimes you just put your balls in with it.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
She's like, I like girth more. What are you doing? What are you doing?
These are bigger. Just give me a second.
I think you got to call an ambulance. I'm stuck.
oh my god, our speed jumped perfectly on like Carrick's balls the other day.
I thought you were going
like he
somewhere
was
way
jumping
different
up
with
on
that.
the couch and just landed like in Carrick's lap, and 2 of his paws just like right on it.
What are those?
He-
Nothing anymore.
He just like
It's the
like
worst.
bursts into agony, and the dog,
so
the
bad.
puppy's like,
Right. What did I do? What's
but
wrong?
I broke him, and so I just like got him out of the room. And Carrick he was like, "You have to look at it. Is it deflated. Is it gone?
Deflated.
I think he fucking popped it.
You
He's
can't.
like,
I don't think you can pop
I
a
was like,
ball.
I don't think. No,
You
I
can
think he
rupture a
was,
testicle.
You can
rupture
rupture,
it,
but
it's not, still not popping.
I think he was just like.
It's not like you think of a
You need to
balloon.
look at it. And I was like, dude, it's not. It's
No, that was a
fine.
bad one.
It looks and feels the normal. So I have
my-
no idea.
So I got a Great Dane at my house, Mav, and I was
Maverick.
getting pictures of him, and the first thing none of my dogs are fixed, and including him.
They all got
None
big
of them.
old fucking balls.
Mav's fucking ball bag
Ball
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I had the biggest nuts in the house.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Like
Not
this?
anymore. No, Mav's
Like this
fucking
or smaller.
Big as your head.
I don't even want to talk. You just got to see it for yourself,
You don't
man.
want
It's
to brought it
little-
up.
You need to see this in person to
It's
believe it.
ridiculous, is what it is.
This dog's okay. Remember Van Wilder?
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah,
I
that
was
dog
gonna
has
say
some
the
big
same
old
Yeah,
balls.
yeah,
on
You've
it.
seen that movie. Do you like that movie?
Yeah.
Then there's no way
Ryan-
you won't like
Ryan
baseball.
Reynolds.
And we're
is-
still
a
on.
little
still on
different.
this movie.
It's not the same.
Other
I'm
It's
telling
a
you.
little. I was about to say
It's
it's a
the
little
same.
different.
No, it's the same
Tara
comedy
Reid is the
style.
worst part of that movie.
Oh my
honestly.
god, have you
She's
seen her
awful.
recently?
But she's like never been good, honestly. Like she was big in the 90s. I never understood it. I didn't
Right.
think she was that hot. She wasn't good at what she did. Like she wasn't a good actor.
I think I'm with her on
I
this.
never
I'm
understood it.
100% with her. Like, yeah, I've never liked her,
The best she looked that I can remember was the second American Pie movie.
and it wasn't that great.
And it wasn't great, but she looked better than she did in the first one and better than in like Van
She looked
Wilder
a
and
little.
stuff like that.
She had a little meat on her bones too in that movie.
But
so
I
she
think it
looked
was her
young.
makeup and stuff too. Like they had her dressing differently. They did her makeup differently. But overall, I didn't get it. I never understood it. It let me down because it was like the one Tara in the fucking
Right. Oh yeah. Didn't
industry.
think of that.
What did you do here?
Right. My thing was I was watching the first American Pie and that movie, and my guy was Henry Rowan from Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
like, "What are you doing dating this fucking bitch? She's ugly. What are you doing? You
Oh
let
my
me down, right?"
God! I wouldn't have gone that far.
That's what I'm saying because she let me down, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
I wouldn't call her ugly, but I just never understood the hype.
Most overrated
Actress.
actress
Of all time?
or male. It could be male actress.
Like she was so big in the
that
90s.
people think
and
are good looking.
And I never understood it. She's up there. She's up there.
Isn't that a weird
Sandra
question?
Bullock.
Get out of my house.
What the fuck?
You already knew this. I don't
Oh
like her.
my
What?
god.
I do not like her.
She's so good.
She is a beautiful lady.
And
Do we need to show you
she's
the video of
both.
her walking in that dress and
Mustang
I've seen it.
Sally.
There's something
seen
about a
great.
lady, right? That's like is super
She's
nonchalant.
lady.
Nonchalant.
United States?
Doesn't necessarily get dolled up all the time, but when they do, it's like
Yeah. And she's been like in everything
Hey.
she's done. Even the movie, even if the movie wasn't like
Good.
she
She
was
was good.
still like
Oh,
great.
baby.
oh baby, baby.
All right. Who was your favorite character in Small Soldiers? Wally.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably a
Come on.
fucking doll.
It can be.
Are they dolls or are they action figures? What's the difference?
It's
So
the,
I would say that the dolls were the Gwendy dolls,
Yeah.
and the action figures
Were
were the
soldiers and the-
the
I think,
Gorgonites.
I think it's the main soldier dude voiced by what's his face?
Tommy
Tommy
Lee
Lee
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah,
Major Chip Hazard.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'll go with him.
You know, and he has some really good lines that
Yeah,
like
it's
stick
fucking
out.
hilarious.
Like, you know, we're all scared. You'd be crazy not to be scared. Like that. Think
Yeah.
about it though. Like, it's
Well,
kind of
I
wild.
love that a lot of their lines are like cliche military
It's
quotes.
exact-
And, like,
everything
they-
is a
It was like
cliche
they
line.
programmed them to just say these like, you know, cliche. Like they said other stuff obviously because they were learning, but like a lot of the things they said were just like you see on military posters or shit like
perfect.
that. Like
I
it was,
even like the scout dude there's one point where he's like they show the like I guess the eggs hitting the ground and then it pans up and he's sitting in the fucking the you know the nest and he's got a feather in his hat. But they don't call to it and he's just like it's great. What?
Little nuances in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a million of them.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
Or
a
when
million
they tap into the phone lines
Yeah.
and like all their one-liners while they're like talking.
It's
This
so
movie's
good.
smarter than it really is needing to be.
of them.
And
Fuck Rowdy T's. They can suck my ass.
they can suck my asshole. Because you're right. This movie is great. So Randy,
great.
I like the dad. He was just trying to survive. This
Yeah.
kid was fucking train wreck.
well, I don't know. There's
Kid was
one.
a
There's
fucking train wreck.
no. The one part where he comes back from his trip, and
Yeah.
he's like getting on him because the
Well, he
boat
broke
was
the mast.
wrecked or whatever.
One
I was
thing was
I was
broken.
dusting it and it fell over. Right, like I get it, right? He's gone through some shit, and he even tells his backstory. Yeah,
But literally one thing was broken. It was like the smallest part of that boat was broken.
Do you guys dust things often?
No.
I need to do it a lot more than I do.
We have we use a Swiffer.
the Swiffer.
Like, is it like a fuzzy Swiffer where you go like hit everything? I need one of those bad.
I have like 3 of them.
I also have dust bunnies everywhere.
We have a lot of animals, and so
I'm by myself. There's only so much
I'm a
one
single
man,
dad, I'm
one
trying.
man can fucking do. I'm cooking,
trying
I'm
here.
cleaning, I'm washing, I'm trying. I got dogs, I got kids. I got
think
4 fucking jobs.
my favorite. I really.
You still have
liked-
Nora?
I-
Does she ever come over?
She does.
So now you're gonna have 4 dogs in the house.
On the weekend. I love dogs, man.
Oh my
I cannot. I could
Big
have.
ass.
I could have a million dogs.
Big
and be
ass
just
dogs
fine.
too.
Yeah. I
Well,
love.
one little
Is he
bit.
nice?
It kind of
Is he
gives me
nice?
the homeward. He's fucking sweetest.
Oh fuck you. Okay.
They are
He's the
though.
sweetest.
Those big, the big.
I got the
dog-
homeward bound thing going. I have
Well, I was
Benny.
just gonna say it should be called Homeward Bound. We
Yeah, I
need
have-
to get a
so
nice
I didn't
plaque
cut you
over
off,
your
I'm sorry.
over your door that says Homeward Bound.
Little Ben, and then
Little Ben.
I
Little
got
Ben.
little middle-sized Diesel,
Yeah,
which is the oldest one, and then I
Little
got
Dazzle.
fucking Mav, and Mav's 200 pounds. He's a 200-pound dog. He's like 172, 73 pounds.
How old is he?
He's 5.
Oh, I thought he was like a puppy.
No. He's
You don't
trained.
get.
He's
You're not a
service-
puppy with
he's
them
a-
big old balls. What?
He's a service dog.
Fuck
Oh.
yeah.
So he's
He's a sweetheart.
oh,
dude.
he's completely.
Dude,
he
that's
walks
great.
me.
Yeah.
He walks me. Like we go outside.
That's
he
awesome.
he like when he has to pee and poop, he'll bark. He'll
Yeah.
go. He'll like the only time he uses his big.
I got a shit.
Yeah, it's pretty. I got a shit.
Well, to make
All
sure
right, I'm coming back.
wherever you are in the house, you know.
yeah. Because if he shits in the house,
It's
There
a-
you
Oh,
go,
man.
Bill.
that's
Make it-
gonna be like
That's
a
horse.
horse.
That's horse
Yeah.
fertilizer.
that's
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
right?
That's
When
like-
you like the dog shit's bigger than you.
Yeah. Well, I yanked my drums out of the
That
basement.
makes him the boss of the house.
I ain't-
I think.
oh, yeah.
If he's
I
the
ain't-
biggest shit.
What
is
and,
this?
And
Got
the
a fun
biggest
fact.
balls, he's the boss now.
Yeah,
He's
Good
yeah.
luck.
Oh no, Benny's actually so they've already went through the alpha
It
male
makes
thing.
sense. Yeah, the smallest
went-
dogs normally are.
They went through
Well,
it
they've
all.
got Napoleon syndrome.
And then Benny just put everybody. I have like sitting there watching on the couch, just like because you let them interact and you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure everything's good, and you let them go through their things. And Benny put everybody in their place, and I'm like, okay,
Good for
all
you,
right,
bro.
buddy,
Do what you
little
gotta
guy.
do.
Yeah, and I've never seen Benny act up at all, but he started growling, and he doesn't make noises, so he doesn't bark,
Oh.
and he starts growling, and Mav's like, oh shit, okay, buddy, Fucking backs off. Benny's like on top of
outta
him, like mounting him, and Benny's like, he's like, come on, I hold his ass. I'm like, come on, get off him, bud. He just got here.
Right. This is my house. I'm 20 pounds and I own this place.
Pretty much.
Yeah. My shits are small. Anyways, Tara, who is your favorite character?
Probably. I think Archer was my favorite.
Okay.
I just liked he was so simple, and he just wanted to go home. He just wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's beyond that?
Right.
And beyond that, he's just like
And what's beyond
I
that?
and he's like, I don't know, and he's like, that's
How
what
long
it
do you
is
think they
then.
made it after
Like,
after everything?
That's the thing, right? So I do like
They go
how
down like a little, they just electrocute the fucking
Yeah.
water.
I do like how they talk about that they have a new type of lithium battery that just lasts forever.
Yeah,
so
I
they
wish.
immediately put that in your brain, like, okay, if they leave, whatever. And the whole satellite dish covering them from getting, EMP'd, I was like, that's genius. Like,
Sure,
okay, cool.
I'll take it.
And I don't know. I feel like they could have lasted forever. They don't need to eat. They don't need to shit, drink, do whatever. They
I
just need to
actually
live.
liked Kirsten
so.
Dunst in this too, though.
She was good.
I liked her.
wasn't annoying.
But I also like that she just like immediately was like, I'm gonna be this dude's friend. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, he's new and he seems chill. I'm gonna be his friend.
And I do like that even though she got rescued, she ends up rescuing
She
him.
still held her own.
Right.
You know?
Like, there's no like heroin and whatever or
no,
needs
she had to get rescued because
Oh, yeah.
they ambushed her. It wasn't
Right.
like she just like
Her on the
even-
lawnmower and
like,
shit.
Even the tape that they like send over is hilarious. Where she's just like, oh yeah, right, okay, and
Yeah.
like read it or we'll fucking stab you or whatever. It's great. Like every scene in this movie is well thought out, well delivered.
What I
fucking
didn't
love
like
it.
was the boyfriend on the motorcycle. I was
But
like,
I
she's
liked
supposed to be
it.
like 15
Brad.
years old. Who the fuck is
Fucking
she
Brad.
dating? That's got a fucking crotch rocket.
So he's.
like,
I would assume he's a senior, right? Because he's like, oh, we're playing the JV.
I mean, must be.
but who's buying motorcycles for this
and
gang
there's
of kids?
3 or 4
Right.
of them with them. Like, what the fuck?
And she's
Yeah.
getting on the back
And she's getting on it. Yeah.
with her own helmet.
God bless her soul. My girlfriend was a year younger than me, but we dated in high school. A year and a half younger than me. So I like graduated outside of her still being there.
Yeah.
But I was homeless, so No one was getting picked up on anything unless it was my
homeless.
fucking back.
That's
We're going
Hey,
for
I'm
a
here.
jog.
Get on my back
the
there.
guy that I dated when I was a senior. He graduated.
We're going to
already.
We're going to dinner.
So like we started dating.
You got a backpack, you put it on your front, and she gets on.
Oh god.
Have you seen those saddlebags where it's like a seat? They just
Oh my god! Put your legs through. What? Put your fucking legs through.
No, that sounds terrible.
What about one of those bicycle things where it's like when you were a kid, it like went behind the bike, the
my
mountain bike. You roll up.
Get on the handlebars. I'm
in the
fucking-
back.
We're going to Burger King. Get on the handlebars.
Stop complaining. Just tuck your knees.
You got one peg on one side. Put both your feet on the one peg. It's
Oh,
fine.
that's it. That's it. They just
Yep.
put pegs on the front.
Exactly. It's a 12-speed.
Well, you eat shit. It's like a human airbag.
Oh my god.
I'm saving up to get us a dual fucking bike so you can get on the back and help pedal this bitch. 'cause you
Fucking
getting
buy
heavy.
me
What?
pegs. You can buy me pegs.
Right.
Yeah,
I can
so
get you
what's
a basket.
What's the tandem bikes or whatever? Where
That's
like
what I'm
there's
saying.
two people pedaling.
Right. I need help.
Has anyone ever? Have you ever been on? Anyone
I
been
have
on a
not,
tandem
no.
bike?
It's
I feel
terrible.
like. Have you been on one?
Yes.
I feel like it would.
I've
be
never been
terrible.
on one, but I every time I see or think of one of those bikes, I think of the Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Fallon video of them just
Taking a box?
the cameras just sit. No, the camera. It's like really them. They went on.
Oh.
They're as couples, like Jimmy and his wife and Justin and his wife. They are close, so they've gone on like trips together, and they were somewhere, and like they set a phone either on the ground or like one of their wives was filming, and all of a sudden, just like on a tandem bike, they went by.
Okay, that's funny.
And
I
then
feel like that'd
and
be
then they
so
came
hard to
back
do.
again, and then went by, and like they were like ringing a bell.
Well, so the worst part about it is
Balance.
I can be the best balanced person in the world, but that motherfucker behind me going,
How many?
You're
this is-
falling.
You're not brains work the same.
Yeah.
How many people before that shit tips over because people just don't know?
a lot.
Well, there's got to be an amount. So like if you and I jumped
Oh,
on,
I got like if we had like 6 people in the back,
yeah,
right?
you-
Like,
I
how
think
many
we would
could
make
you,
it.
like,
We might be able to
additional-
get Rand and Tara, but I think after maybe 3 or 4, you're eating shit no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah, because it's just so
Because it
long.
would just
Yeah,
be
no one's
impossible.
leaning.
Unless you guys
Yeah.
are like in fucking sync on the takeoff, you're going down.
In sync with Justin Timberlake.
Nice.
Bye. Because we're hitting the ground.
You gotta get a good pun out of it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyways, my favorite character. Come on, guys. Who's my favorite character in this movie?
Oh,
I don't know. It's your
It's
character.
what's his face, the neighbor dude.
It's Phil Hartman. Every
Phil
time.
Hartman,
Anytime
yeah.
Phil shows up, he's
Guy that got
he's
his
the
head
best.
blown off
He
or whatever.
He was like, I think my favorite war was World War II.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Like he comes out, he's like, "I'm surrendering the Gorgonzolas."
I'm not here to surrender the Gorgonzolas. Just the way he talks, everything. And then the funny part was, so me and my wife were kind of watching this, and the part where he's explaining the new TV he's got, my wife goes,
The Laney
That's
sound
fucking
system.
you.
Yeah, I know. Are
That's
those
the
my?
game
What are
off.
the name of the
The skin
speakers?
tone's
Do you remember the
off.
name?
say that again?
Remember the name of the speakers that he has? The surround sound speakers.
Are those my JVCs?
He like picks up the camo.
Yep. Anyways, so when he's like, I don't know, and she's like, it looks really good. He's like, I don't know. It's the skin
he's
tones
like, do you
off. It's
see
the-
it? Yeah.
It's
he's
the
like-
gamma.
the spectrum and the gamma. And Tiffany's like, this motherfucker, this is you. I'm like, shut up.
This is- yeah.
And then we're watching the movie. I'm like, I could adjust the picture quality. You know what's really bad? And I have this anytime I go to a
Oh God.
shut up, like a hotel, and we're watching a TV, and it's not the best. I'll go into the settings and change it to make it look better.
You're just
just
doing
because-
a service for everybody. That's all you're doing.
I am. Like, so I went to
Very
a
sweet,
funny
very
story.
sweet.
Okay, funny story. I went to Brent's house one time when he was living in Wildwood, right? Shut up. And he turns the TV on. We're trying to watch hockey, and like his, I guess it was so bright that you could barely see the puck because white on white on
Yeah,
white.
yeah.
And I was
The
like, dude,
saturation,
this is terrible. Can we change it? Can we like make it look better? And he's
He's
like,
like
yeah,
up
here,
in
whatever.
contrast and shit.
Well, yeah, so I'm fixing it and
Balls
whatnot,
deep in the
and he was like, "Oh yeah, something's wrong with my TV where like I can't really change anything because like the controller doesn't or the remote doesn't work well." And I was just like, "Well, buy a new TV."
Oh,
and then
well,
the
there you
next
go.
day,
That-
he went, "Send me a TV," and I was like, "Let's go to Best Buy," and we went to Best Buy and we bought a TV for him. Now he's got that TV, and then I came to his
Same
house
one?
and fucking set it up. Yeah, the one that's
Good
that
pick.
that place we stayed at in the Carolinas.
The
That
Carolinas.
one year, went for the show, my band shows. We stayed there again recently, and I loaded my Spotify
Same
onto.
place.
It was actually a nicer one.
Oh,
right
did
down
it
the
have
street.
your shit still there?
Did they have deer meat?
So no. They had shit. They had food, but I put my Spotify on the TV, and then whatever. We leave. It's a week later, and I haven't been on my Spotify in the period of time, and I plug it up to our sound system, and my Spotify is playing for the bar, and then all of a sudden it switches to this Spanish Latin music. And this is gonna sound bad, but I just know there was just some lady in there cleaning the shit out of
Oh my god!
And like put your Spotify on.
It was just playing with my
Right.
Spotify account. It
I
sounds
need
bad saying
Enrique
that, but-
on. I can't. Yeah, right.
My sister said the other day she was listening to Spotify and all of a sudden in the middle of a song it changed to like some rap song
Yeah.
she's never heard before, and she was like, "That's weird." And she put it back on her
like
playlist, and then it happened again, same rap song.
Somebody was-
and she
yeah.
was like,
exactly
"I guess
what it is.
it was connected somewhere," and someone it was probably like, "What the fuck? Why did my rap song change?" And then put the exact same song on.
Yeah, that's
I like
exactly
the
what it is.
song. Put the 808 back on. All right, favorite part or scene, Walter.
Oh, it's the fight. This is it's a huge.
The end
It's the
fight?
fight scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
like hands down. A
They're
notable.
shooting the fucking
The Rockets. Oh, the
Yeah,
nail
yeah.
gun.
the nail gun.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, good for you guys.
Well, it wasn't even nail gun. They were shooting the corn cob fucking things too. That was
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like genius. Like all their weapons and everything.
You just know those hurt too. Like,
God,
if you
yes.
accidentally ever got
they
your
were
finger
in
with one of those,
So
like,
you've seen how like
They
far
dove
they
into
go
a
in.
kid's mind.
oh yeah.
From like I know every
When
one
they
of us
like
when we were
pull them
kids,
out,
we were
they're like in there. Like
any dangerous item. I don't know if this is something that went through everybody's head, but as a young individual,
They got
just
the
anything
chainsaw
that's
that
fucking
like moves.
you could use as something that could hurt someone. As a kid, I was just like, ooh, how can I turn this into something fucking
Right?
dope?
Yeah.
So I would like those corn cob ones. I would put them up. We had bamboo at the house. I'd put them on there and be like, phew, throw them at fences and shit. I'd be up in trees like with them tucked in like a quiver.
Yeah. The one.
Yeah.
no, I did not do that.
The
Yeah,
one part I
wasn't
wanted
sure.
to know. So
My
they were
sister did, so I was.
That's funny. They were shooting stuff out of a toaster. I was like, what are they shooting though? It didn't really show like the things that hit like the pictures and stuff while they were going up the
I
steps.
thought it was CDs.
Was it CDs?
I think it was CDs.
I thought they were shooting. Yeah, I thought they were shooting CDs.
How do you make a CD get shot out of a toaster like
Well, it
on
goes in.
fire too?
Spring loaded. I don't know.
That I don't know, but I mean, I feel
Spring-loaded.
like I remember when they
baby.
were hitting stuff, they were shot like
Yeah,
the
I think
CDs
you're right. I
were
think you're right.
breaking.
But then there was one where it was like shooting into the car too, and it was like breaking the car windows, and they looked smaller. But whatever. I did like how like all the things they made then came together and connected.
Were they like
Yeah.
to
like
a
a
big
fucking-
fucking like
it's-
Megazord from Power Rangers?
They really were like, what would kids like? What
It's
would kids
perfect.
love to fucking see? It was all when I was I had rubber bands with tinfoil and BBs, and I remember fastening. You remember Connects?
Yeah, I remember Connects.
Yeah, so I fastened. You should have seen my ass. I was fucking
guy.
set up, but I had these things where I can go like this, and the BBs would go. Wah,
So you're
wah.
Spider-Man in it.
And I hit up my Pomeranian with that.
God.
I was just joking. I didn't even think it was gonna hurt, and it yelped. And my dad beat the shit out of me.
It'd be funny if he took him off you, put him on himself. Do you like that, motherfucker?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was watching me the whole time, and I'm just like, and then spending like 10 minutes trying to get him like loaded to get him.
I'm sure he was like,
Then I finally hit the dog, and he just came out and whooped my ass.
he's like, this kid's the dumbest, smartest motherfucker I've
That's
ever
probably
seen."
exactly what he thought.
I'm sure you've said that about your own son, right?
Oh, it's
You're watching him do
ridiculous.
something you're like, this fucking dumb motherfucker. That's pretty smart though, but fucking so dumb.
he'll be there eventually.
Randy, what do you got for favorite part of scene?
That was.
The end
the end
fight?
I
of
just
okay.
added on. Yeah.
Okay, Tara.
I kind of like that when he puts him in the garbage disposal or the
the garbage
garbage
disposal.
disposal.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he
nitro.
puts him in
It
that.
comes out.
But I also like when he's on the phone with the lady and
I'm not,
complaining.
ma'am.
And he's like, you don't, and she's like, so you have a problem. Like she's just very like reading by the script or whatever it is. And he's like, you don't understand. Like, no, they are alive. They are actually doing things. You need to help me.
The Commando Elite are, whatever. It's funny, that's Sherry.
But I liked the guy too. I liked the guy who created the Gorgonites. Like I liked
David
dirty guy?
Cross.
him. Yeah.
Gizmo?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was his password. Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked him.
He was good in this. He's
Was
good
that
in everything.
one lady's name Miss Kegel? It was Kegel, right?
Sure. Which lady?
The
Vagina squeezing lady.
yeah.
That's what he
That's
The,
what he's
what,
trying to-
she worked for the Global.
Oh,
Has it always been?
assistant.
Was Kegel something before it was that?
Well, so Kegels
I'd have
is
to be.
your.
I
We
know- I'm-
can do Kegels. I'm doing them right now.
But
You're
it's all-
squeezing your.
You just can't see.
So a Kegel can be
Right.
with your anus too.
Yeah, you're squeezing your.
So is your can your mouth
frenum
Kegel?
or whatever.
so her
No.
name was Kegel?
It's your sphincter.
Oh,
I think it's the muscle down. There.
I have these questions all the time. Where
I'm
is the
doing them
line?
right now
Where
as
is
I'm
the
sitting.
line?
Google,
I know,
baby, Google.
God, yeah, me too. I'm doing.
Everybody's doing Kegels up
But
here.
yeah, so then your mouth, everything can Kegel.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know that really
We're looking it
does.
up.
I don't know that it does as much for you guys.
I
as
feel
it
like I
does for
shouldn't
us.
type in Kegel.
Well, you
Because
got
it's literally an exercise. Like it
Right.
tightens
That was her name.
that.
pelvic floor.
Yeah, that.
My favorite part or scene is definitely when they're creating the
It's
fucking
for the vagina.
I know.
It was
name-
made. It was Arnold. Henry
Arnold Kegel.
So it was by a dude. Surprisingly enough.
He's like,
Weird.
do that
It's
again.
like,
Well,
hey, if you
Victoria's
just
Secret was
squeeze your
created by
shit,
a
it'll
man.
get tighter. Weird.
There's a great Robin Williams joke about what Victoria's Secret is, and it's about a Prince Albert.
It was initially a surgery. It wasn't.
Oh?
The Titan.
Yeah, it was a surgery to tighten it. It was
Put another stitch in for me. You know what really fucked me up when I found out what that meant?
Yeah.
I did not know that you could rip
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah.
And putting an extra stitch in for me, Doc, meant
Yeah.
getting it nice and tight because it's going to be...
Imagine you are sitting. Oh, what the fuck? Okay,
What?
so what is a Kegel and how's it done?
Jeez, here we go.
And I don't know what this is specifically.
Zooming in on you by yourself.
Yeah,
Say
because
it.
I couldn't have explained this.
Right.
So
To
go
do,
ahead.
it's the way this is kind of worded. To
I
do
need a drink.
Kegels, it's like they put image. Well,
They put
imagine you
images.
imagine you are sitting on a marble and tighten your your pelvic muscles as you're lifting the marble. So you're you're basically like a claw from a toy machine.
The claw
You're grabbing-
They have weights
that you can
that you
put
can use to exercise. them.
into... And
You
pick
use
them
it to
up?
kind of like.
I have so many questions.
Yes, you use them to pick them up and stuff. Yeah,
So you
But-
put it in, and it like clips on, and then you...
and you kind of like when you tighten it, just kind of up and down.
Your
But-
pelvic
Doing a
floor
squat,
muscles.
but-
But
your
the
vagina.
best explanation, at least to another girl who may not know that like they're doing it, when you have to pee real bad and you're holding it, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're doing a Kegel
It
just like
says-
nonstop, like
Right,
you're
right,
holding
right.
it.
Proper way to Kegel. And I'm teaching you this, right?
I'm a teacher.
I can tell you I have no
I'm
problems.
obviously really
I
good
have
at
no problems. there.
Kegeling.
Like, go ahead.
Make sure your bladder is empty. Then sit or lie down. So don't make sure you don't have to pee pee.
I'm
Don't
no,
stand.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you have to go really bad, that's like when you're holding it, you're doing it. You're essentially doing a
A
Kegel.
permanent Kegel.
You're just
perm.
like you're like
Perm key.
you're like no, don't come out.
Permanent.
Like,
I got you.
but
What
like
is a
you know
Kegel for a guy?
you know
Oh,
the you know the oh god.
oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do it? How we do it?
It still says Kegel exercise
thing,
for men
like,
can
have you-
strengthen
Do you
the
ever have
pelvic
to
What does
floor
it
go?
do
Do you
for
ever
us?
have to pee real bad? Like
All
and
the
all the
time.
time, all the time.
hold it.
So I think
Have you-
I
and it,
think
like,
it's the penis
tightens.
muscle
Have-
/ taint and butthole.
Hold on. Can
is
you-
your
What does it
pelvic
do for
floor
us?
muscle.
Hold on. I got it.
What does it do for us?
I mean,
Have
you make your
you
penis go like
been
this.
able to stop your pee midstream?
Yeah.
That's a Kegel.
Nice.
It's
do
the
it.
same as holding it.
Do it right now while you're not peeing.
Okay.
That's a Kegel.
That's a Kegel.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Like if you have to
Isn't
pee
it
real bad and
weird
you're
to think
holding
about
it,
like,
But
I'm
what does
doing
that do for us?
it doesn't do anything for you
Oh,
guys.
it strengthens.
Oh.
It strengthens your pubic
that
muscle,
part,
I guess. Right.
Cool.
It's just like
But,
working
like,
out, right?
you know
working
that-
out right
Just wanna
now.
knock
You
somebody
know
off
that
their fucking
WAP
dick.
song where she's like, "I do a Kegel when it's inside."
Yeah, because you.
I do that almost every time. Almost every time,
Can make your wiener bigger.
So essentially,
and he can tell.
It's a muscle.
essentially, you could just stick it in, and you could just the whole time, and nobody has to move.
We don't need. Did you just
No.
give yourself a
No,
handshake?
it's not the same.
happening?
It's not the same. But you know what's my favorite time to do it is like right after he finishes.
Right, to be like,
and
And I'll
support,
do it, and I'll do it real quick, and he's like, "Ah, stop!" Like because it's so
And-
sensitive. Like
and
right then.
support sexual function, Randall. It's written.
So I think
Tell
the
if we keep
same.
going.
Hold on.
So let
the
it be
same
written.
thing.
Duration.
Like stopping yourself from peeing, you can stop yourself from. You just
Fight before you start. Warning.
or just do
Why
math.
are you telling me? I just wanted
Before, because you were the one that asked
You
about
did
Kegel.
ask. You
Oh,
asked
no,
what it would
you're
do.
right.
You
Before
asked
you,
what it
right.
would do.
Oh, I
before you
did ask.
start
Fair.
doing your Kegel exercises,
Before you start,
find out how to locate the correct muscles
you gotta stick them
and understand the proper technique.
Okay.
So you're
I
probably
just
gonna have to
explained-
watch some videos. but-
I just explained it to
I'm
you.
not gonna do that.
How you hold your pee or how you stop your stream. Those
I'm
those
sorry,
are the,
do
you're
you have a
using
penis?
The same it's the same for us.
She has an innie.
Those
we have
the
an outie.
same that's you're using the same thing.
Anyways, was there any what the fuck moments for you in this movie?
I mean, I feel like there were a lot
What
of them,
the
but
fuck?
not in a negative way.
Hold on, I'm in the fucking. I'm in
We're
the
back,
blender
we're back.
now.
All right, we got-
I'm in
all
the
right,
blender.
we
I'm
got-
so
we got- we
sorry.
got.
It helps you have urinary or fecal, I guess, control, and then after it says It helps you to stop dribble after urination.
Okay.
So you're not
having to wipe it, or you're not having
cutting
to.
it, you're building the dam.
I got you.
What would you just do? Can you do it one more time?
You gotta shake it.
Yeah.
But
If you
not
shake it
three-
more than
Well,
twice,
I guess you don't
times.
have to anymore if
Right.
you fucking been
You're-
working on your keys.
You're stopping it internally instead of stopping
I'm
it
just
externally.
working on my
Yeah, but then I feel like not everything comes out. You're not peeing all the way.
And then
That
like
could be
20
it.
Like
minutes,
a dog.
20 minutes later, you're going, why? What's going on down here?
I don't know. We should
I
ask
got
Arnold
a couple
Kegel.
I tell you how many times I put it back in and I fucking have piss in my pants. I'm like,
This
God damn it.
Anyways, back to
I got
I've
the
been
old
doing it since we
pee-pee
brought it
dribble.
up this
any
whole time.
any what the fuck
Just
moments
sitting here doing it right
besides Tara Kegeling this entire time. Is
I've
there
been doing
any
it with
what
my
the-
butthole, but apparently it's not a Kegel. It's just a flex.
That's not, yeah.
It's an O-ring
Weird
flex.
flex, bro.
I also have to shit. It's like I'm
I
Check
hold
for
back
coins.
the
I
dam.
don't
So, but
I
it's
don't
similar
have any-
muscles. Like when you're like if you have to shit real bad and you're like try not to and like you're tighten up to hold it. Similar.
You ever
Similar.
risk it for the
Risk it for the
Risk it
biscuit.
for the
and you go to fucking you fart, but then you feel it fucking
I
flying down the.
It's called a
And
shark.
you go hot.
I did the other day.
No.
Last
You
week.
catch
The
it
answer
right.
is no.
You
Last
fucking
week.
right before
catch
it before it breaches.
It's in the hallway, and you got to. Oh no!
before it breaches.
This fucking
I did
guy
last week.
breached.
Never.
I was
Yeah.
in the middle of changing Raylan's diaper.
Oh, so you're in the moment.
I call that the
farted?
Indiana Jones,
Man,
or like the
I
hit, like where that fucking ball, the hidden temple, or something. Maybe the hidden temple. Be
Danny,
better.
you need a diaper, Dad.
Indiana Jones in the Hidden Temple. Oh shit! Fucking guy. All right, back to my question.
Sure.
In the movie Small Soldiers, do we have any what the fuck moments? Like any moment where you're watching, you're like, what the fuck is this, or what is going on, or what?
I mean, I feel like the
Nah,
whole movie is a what the fuck, and that's
It
the
is.
point of it. Like
They did really good with this.
you have
I-
toys
so-
come to life, and they're
My-
fighting each. They're actually trying to kill you. Like
Which is awesome.
that whole thing is what the fuck.
If we're, I don't really know what the fuck defines. This is just like jaw dropping moment.
No,
or
like,
is
so
it
if you're-
the
It
It doesn't have to be
continuity
good or
issues,
bad. I don't think.
right,
It's
right.
just
So
like-
was there any point in the movie you're like, what the fuck is? What is this? Or like
My
what-
only weird part was when they started recruiting Barbies.
That was
like, oh,
weird.
that's a what the fuck.
That wasn't what
weird.
the fuck. Because it was also like, how does this make sense? Like,
That
what
was
are they
my what the
doing?
fuck.
That's
How'd they
not.
get so many chips?
They didn't.
they didn't.
They did one, and then they like
Oh, that-
sent
yeah,
the
yeah,
shot
yeah,
with like
yeah,
that
yeah,
stupid.
And they were
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say that all the women,
Yeah.
They
not
shocked
women,
them
but
up.
they weren't smart like everybody. They were just, oh my god, yeah.
Tara,
Like,
stop.
yeah.
Stop.
What?
Tara, just fucking women weren't smart like every. Tara just
That's
went,
not what I
oh
meant.
my
That's not what I meant.
God.
That's not what I meant.
I was like, I
Sorry,
knew you
the
didn't mean
women-
that, but I just watched her fucking fade into the distance.
So okay, this is all. This might help you guys out with what I mean by what the fuck. My what the fuck moment was at the end when Chip Hazard goes to the toy store and finds all the other toys. There's only one Chip Hazard there. Why wouldn't there be a bunch of Chip Hazards?
I felt like they explained this, and I can't remember why.
They did not. You know what I mean? He's the flagship toy
Or
of
maybe
the
I
line.
asked
Bought 'em
myself
all.
when I was younger. Maybe I asked the same question when I was younger.
Nobody
So
bought
I've
them
had
because
this
they didn't
thought before.
release yet. So essentially, it should be a bunch of Chip Hazards there too. The only thing that would make sense is, well, I'm the leader. Fuck all
Limited
these other
edition.
ones. But they just turn on automatically. Like we see that the guy
Maybe it didn't show, but maybe he fucking
killed them all or
yeah,
something.
maybe that would make
Well, that's what I'm
sense,
saying.
you know?
So to me, that's a what the fuck moment because it's not that it doesn't make sense,
or
but they don't
recruited,
show
or like
about it.
recruited them all.
Right? But so like
But-
that Slam Fist dude, where he's seeing all the
Shitty name.
but he has a rock
I know.
and he can slam it.
I think it's fine.
Whatever. What I'm saying is he just turns on in the store when he sees them all ganging up together, right? Right. So why wouldn't all the other Chip Hazards turn on when Chip Hazard comes in to recruit all these other ones?
Okay, but this doesn't have to be a continuity thing, right?
No, I'm just
Okay,
saying that
okay,
that's a
just
what the
making
fuck moment for me because
Yeah.
it just what the
What
fuck.
the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck?
Hawaii.
So
I think it's a good one.
yeah, I guess. That's what I got. Stop. What are you doing?
I get to do what I want today.
Yeah, she's fucking. It's
Fun facts of the fucking
it's like, what the fuck? It's all about that roar.
It is. Joe Dante originally wanted the cast of Predator to voice the Commando Elite. Arnold
Oh my
Here we
God.
go again.
Perfect.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would voice Chip Hazard. Shane Black would voice Kip Killigan. Carl Weathers would voice Butch Meathook. Jesse Ventura would voice Brick Bazooka.
Yes.
Sonny Landham would voice Nick Nitro, and Bill Duke would voice Link Static.
All I know is I don't have time to bleed, Steve.
I don't have time to
I don't have
bleed.
time to bleed.
That was, you know how we're doing, baby? We used to say that all the time to each
I don't have
other.
time to bleed.
Just randomly. Like,
One of the
What are you
best,
doing, man? I don't know, I don't
manliest
have time to
lines
bleed.
of all time.
it really is. And he's just like, I don't want that
Unnecessarily.
Predator.
God, I wish I had that choice.
What? To Kegel?
No, to not bleed.
Well, I mean,
Well,
You
apparently
could get
we
it-
don't have time to, so it's okay.
you're right.
Life goes on. Still have to go to work.
The murder of Phil Hartman before the premiere caused some minor changes before
This is
release,
before the premiere. Yeah.
which included
Oh,
not
shit.
showing him in any printout advertisement cards. In fact, almost no human characters were used on like the promotional stuff,
I didn't realize that it. Oh.
and also
Was
not
that
having him
dude,
in
remember
any.
I said his head got cut off, but it was really just blown off?
Also, no, he was not in any of the TV trailers, spots, or anything like
That's-
that.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah.
So I knew this.
The neighbor's the same dude.
Yes.
He got murdered
Oh.
by his wife.
Hold on, I knew this would come
You
up.
explain it. You explain it. You
I
do
knew
better
this would
than
come
me.
up, so I put a nice little thing in here to
Go
tell
ahead.
us.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
On May 28th, 1998, this movie came out when? July
July.
10th?
Yes.
Wow.
So literally
Day before my
like
birthday.
2 weeks, not even a week.
Oh, this
Was
is
this the last movie
right.
he made?
Yeah. Phil was shot to death while sleeping in his Encino, California home by his wife, Bryn Hartman. Bryn left the house and later came back with a friend to show Phil's body. When her friend went to call 911, Bryn locked herself in the bedroom with Phil's lifeless body and shot herself. It was later discovered by the coroner that Bryn had alcohol, cocaine, and antidepressants Zoloft in her system.
Oh, she was sad. What did he
And
do?
high as shit.
But like, what did he do to
fuck.
deserve it?
Well, we don't know because every single person who's ever come out to say anything about him, one of the nicest people I've ever seen, selfless.
I
But
say the same shit about these women beatings.
they do. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Us.
I'm
Think of-
totally
hold on.
joking.
Think
I
of
was
like-
just the devil's advocate because that's the same
Right.
shit Tara probably would have said to me.
Think of
Chris Brown. What did Rihanna say?
Right. Hold on.
No, but it's but they do say that like
Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
most
No.
of the time it is like
Right. But think of Chris Farley. Right. People would say, well, he wasn't all there, or he wasn't, whatever, or he drank himself to death, or he had bad moments, or he did this and he did that. There's no person on record before his death or after his death that have said like bad things about Phil Hartman.
She could have just been high as fuck, maybe.
You never know, right? Like she could, and we're never going to know, right? Because she killed herself.
clearly something
She
was up. If
gone.
she was on,
she
she
brought her
was
friend?
on antidepressants and still needed drugs and alcohol to numb
I've
whatever
seen-
the fuck was going on. So clearly something was
Right, no,
in her. I'm not saying him. I'm saying something.
Oh, yeah.
was
100%.
clearly like.
Well, also
she was.
a lot of
I wonder if she like suffered like. Did they have kids?
yeah. They have 2 kids.
Maybe she
They
just like
have two
full
kids.
mommed.
Well, had 2
While
kids.
he was out
They
and
don't.
about, maybe.
Well,
they
yeah.
don't
Kids
have
are by
them.
themselves now.
Yeah. So it's one
Yeah,
of those
maybe.
things of
They're not watching Jingle all the way.
they always
maybe
say
they are.
they always say that most comedians are very
Sure.
dark behind the scenes,
Yeah.
right? Or depressed
Robin
or this
Williams.
that.
He
Right,
made
exactly.
the world smile,
But nobody said that about Phil Hartman, even like being alone with him and everything. There's nothing to corroborate, like, okay, maybe he's a shitty person behind the scenes, or he fucked other people and his wife was mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing there. It's literally just
He
one
got shot in
weird
his
thing.
sleep.
Just
That sounds like an anger thing.
or
that's what
seems
I'm
like-
saying.
Or-
If you're gonna fucking.
That's weird though.
I think when you like,
oh yeah,
unless it's more,
I don't know.
unless
Though.
it's
Okay,
like a
hold on,
stabbing, but
hold on. If let's say we were a couple, and it's not
it
far,
would be a great couple.
yeah, not far to believe.
Anyways,
But why would I shoot you in your sleep if something happened and I
Maybe-
wanted you to know that I was killing you?
maybe she
I think
couldn't
the
bring
only
herself
way you
to
would do it
while he was alive.
is if I was dying already, and I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I take you out,
Or-
and then I kill myself too because I just
or-
couldn't live
Let's
without
do
you,
it.
Wally.
Oh,
Because
so
we don't
sweet.
know. Maybe, and again, I don't
Look,
know
he's
him.
jealous.
No one else knows him. But maybe she felt
I'll give you a
that's the
quick
only way it was going to be able to get done. Either he was going to overpower her, or
Correct.
she wouldn't be able to mentally get
Or-
there, or
Or you don't want to take. Or
Not after
hold
what
on.
you said.
If you're on all these things, what if she was hallucinating, right? And it
Well,
was
then that
it was
could be
just
why she killed
fucking
herself.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
She's like, fuck.
what did I do?
Like,
And then she came to when she brought her friend to like.
because she probably came through, then brought her friend and was like,
Uh-oh.
So
the
I
fuck
might
do I do now?
look if I killed someone
Yeah.
in the heat of a moment, out of anger or anything, you might be the first person I come to.
All right, I'm here.
I might be like, yo, you gotta see this.
Yo, check out what I did. Oh shit! I'm gonna call the cops, and then you're like, no, you're
All
not.
right.
I'm gonna go
Bow,
kill myself.
bow.
Right? Exactly.
But they do say that a lot of times it is like the nicest guys and stuff that in
You're
their
right.
homes they're not like
And-
they're because you wouldn't know,
and we'll never know.
but that's what makes them so good at
Well, you know
That-
what? Hold on.
that
they have
narcissistic
right.
like because everyone loves them.
they
but then
have
they're
two
like,
children, right?
Yeah.
You would think those children would see what would go on behind the scenes. None of them.
How
have
old
come
were
out.
they?
I'm assuming
Old enough
probably
now.
our age at that
If this
time.
was happening at 10 years old, maybe, unless they were like,
I'm thinking
even
around
if they
that
were
time.
younger than
That's what
that,
I'm
they would still
saying,
put them at
like-
like 23.
I would think if something was
24.
going on,
I'm saying then, like how old were they then? Like if that they may not notice something like that.
Oh, so their ability to comprehend.
Yeah, you see couples get
You're right,
divorced
you're
all
right,
the
you're
time
right.
and are blowing up on each other, and their kids are still like, "I love. They're both
Mom-
great people. Like they
mommy-
don't
two
know what I mean?
Christmases.
Like they don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
like
right, you're
I've watched Cassidy go through this terrible. I mean, he's the worst, and their kids are still get excited when they get to go over to his house because they don't know what he's done. They don't
Yeah, you're right, you're right,
recognize
you're
what
right.
he's done, and that he doesn't want to see them all the time and all that. Like
right. What I
they
was
don't
trying
know.
to say is, I don't think we'll ever know. And
Johnny's
the
12.
problem.
I don't think
He's
I'd ever
12.
do it with a gun.
that's you know what I mean.
What would you?
I don't know.
would you
I
do
feel
then?
like
You want to be personal?
drug
You want to
them?
like
I
see this
don't know.
little knife right here? It's long enough to kill you, but short enough to not cause super.
even if I
damage.
like hated someone, it would never be with a gun. It'd be with something like you'd be on a bed. I would tie your pinky toes to the fucking corner of the bed, and then your fucking pinkies
You would like misery them.
to the oh yeah. This is if I hate them. If I didn't
Like
hate them, it'd be
torture.
yeah.
You know what I would do?
What would you
I'd
do?
give you some kind of drink. An hour later, I'd say, "Guess what? You're poisoned, but there's a way to get the antidote. Let's play a game."
Let's play a game,
I
and
wanna
the
play
door
a game.
locks,
Yeah. All right. Let's see if you're gonna survive.
and they
I
immediately
feel like
get
because
out.
like when you think of like what was her name,
That was easy.
Marie Bonnet or whatever
And they
she
think-
was that cut
Is
his
that the
dick
Hold on.
off.
Oh,
Hold
this is
on.
this is the little penis.
Because he
penis
abused
cutter.
her. He abused her. He raped her. And so she did it while he was sleeping because she was like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
she like snapped. She didn't even remember doing it. She like snapped, was angry, just like
Lorena Bobbitt.
Lorena. Thank you.
Lorena Bobbitt.
So I do want to say, if I was going to murder somebody and have that kind of situation, I would make sure you won the game, but die later and not know it.
Oh, you're fucking.
Mind
Like the
games.
antidote
trying to
wasn't
be
the anecdote.
Exactly.
Like you
Mind
thought you
games.
won.
You're like, oh fuck yeah, we're good. High five. What's up?
then
later.
he goes home and dies in his
Done.
sleep.
but miserably.
Something like makes
Like
you
chokes
wither
on
away.
vomit. Like
Exactly.
chokes on vomit.
Like wither away though. You
And then
want
I would
someone to
call you
fucking-
FaceTime. You'd be like, hey man, cool, thanks for winning the game. Oh, you're gonna die. And then,
By the
like,
way,
yeah,
you have
exactly.
7 minutes and 27 seconds left.
Anyways, another fun fact.
I think we need to talk after this.
No. Best way.
Best
So-
way.
No,
Let me tell you.
I fucking thought even better one.
jeez.
Right. So you're like, what is the movie that? What's
Quick,
the movie that?
quick tip. Don't be friends with me.
What is the movie where the dude got his arm stuck in a rock for like a day or two?
27 hours or
And it was by what's this? Who did what?
James Franco.
James Franco did it. Your dick and balls pinned between a rock
Okay.
Rock in a hard place.
and a hard place.
And I give you a knife and say,
Good luck.
Good luck. You cutting them.
Well, like in
your
Saul,
member?
when he
You
was
trimming
in
the
the
giblets?
shackles, and the only way to get out was to cut his ankle.
You know what I'm
Cut his foot
saying?
off.
And
dick
even
is
then,
different
you're,
than an ankle.
you're gonna bleed. You will fucking
I
bleed
think
out.
you're already gonna
I
die.
like those movies.
Yeah.
If
I
it's
was-
pinned,
You
you're
risk
dying
it. You
regardless.
risk it, right? You risk it.
I was actually thinking the other day.
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
than cut
I'm
them
not
off.
cutting this shit off.
I don't think I have the. I don't think I have the constitution to cut my own.
I don't have this the mental strength.
I don't think it depended on what part of my body was stuck. I really don't think I would have the mentality to cut something
Fuck
off of
no.
myself. I think as
Thank
soon as
God
I
you
would
can't
start,
catch your
I would just
vagina
be
between
like,
something.
Hold
no,
on.
I cannot.
Some can.
Fight or flight, right?
Thanks, Keith.
You can,
don't-
you
hold
can
on.
bleed once a month. I could get stuck once a month.
Gonna bleed. Fight or flight, right?
I can
So
bleed for those days and not die.
Oh, my zipper.
You don't know until you're in the situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could be like, I
I'm
ain't
not
cutting my
cutting
dick.
anything off.
I ain't cutting my dick off, but gun to your head or it's shackled, and he goes, "Here's the knife, cut it off."
Can
and
you
you're gonna
hang
die.
someone by their penis and
Shoot
balls?
me.
Is it
Ask
strong
Robin
enough?
Williams?
That's probably some fucking
That's what I'm
weird-
wondering. There's
Or will it
Games,
literally
you know,
just
talking
like?
about
what's the
It's gonna stay on.
What's the
Olympics.
giblet's
It's
tensile
gonna
strength?
stay on.
the Pain Olympics? Remember that?
Yeah.
No,
do.
I didn't. I can't
do.
watch that. He can watch this fucking savage.
It would make me want to throw up. Every
Yeah, I
time.
can't watch people. I can't watch that. People hurting them, self mutilation. I can't. My body.
We'll get
I
past
can't
that.
physically watch it.
I don't
Anyways.
think you can hang from it.
Someone
can.
sent me a Faces of Death when I was like 13,
No, that's fucked.
permanently scarred for that one thing, and I was
And
like,
I
nah, I
went,
can't do that.
Let me see. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
He watched that shit for fun in the mornings. I'm like, what?
Dude,
are you
I
doing? What the fuck?
I used to look up, like, if somebody ever looked at my computer when I was in, like, college age, high school age, I used to look up, like, bear attack victims, like shark attack.
Jesus,
Like,
yeah, I
I
can't
wanted
do
to
that.
see, and I don't know why. And then I started looking up word, like gangrene, like shit falling off of them, and like,
So
That's another good one. We get you out in the snow.
Smelling a little like almonds.
You lock the person down, but just dick and balls and ice.
It's gotta be cold though.
just like,
That's
like
it.
what's it
Don't
called?
fall off.
Just until
What's
it
it called?
fucking
Oh my
handles
God, what's it
itself, you
called?
know.
Frostbite.
Frostbite. Jesus, I kept was like frost. Like,
I'm fucking getting good at this. There's a lot of good ways here.
Wally's gonna frostbite your dick.
Yeah.
That sounds like
You-
a
although
super
it's-
weird.
although almost-
yeah.
Ice cube in the mouth. He's biting
curiously,
it off.
though, everything you've mentioned has been to kill a guy.
Yeah. Oh,
So
100%.
like, what?
Hold on, he
100%
values
can't
the
hurt
women.
women.
Well, I
Yeah,
was like,
doesn't
I,
want to kill one.
no. I
Can't hurt a woman.
I fixated on getting something like
Just the dick and balls.
Yeah, stuck somewhere or fucking frozen off. I tried to say that women don't have
Fixated on the
maybe
dick
lips,
and balls. I
but
don't know.
you can't really do much.
It's the lip.
Get that
You don't
roast
have
beef.
any. You don't have an extra appendage.
It depends on
No,
the person.
you could put a
right?
hook through him and hang.
Oh God,
It depends on the person. Anyways, speaking of
it's enough of that.
beef, Burger King agreed to market the film with its kids' meals before
Like
it was
cheese with it?
rated PG-13. The film was released soon after Oregon teen Kip Kinkle killed his parents, then went on a shooting rampage at
Jesus
Thurston High
Christ.
School in Springfield, killing 2 students and wounding
Oh, this is-
25. The character in the movie, Kip Killigan, was an action figure that they did not distribute in Oregon.
That's kind of wild.
That's fuck crazy.
Why?
Ironic.
Kip Kinkle kills people.
No,
in the
said
movie,
I
Kip
wonder,
Killigan.
I said I wonder why.
What a name.
Kip Killigan?
No, the first
again.
one.
Kip
Kinkle.
Kingle.
Kip Kingle.
Yeah, you're born, you're
Kingle.
like, let's name him Kip. Why? Because their last name's Kingle, you fucking retard.
Did you see the story literally like just this week? A
that was
6-year-old,
fucked up, I'm sorry.
the 6-year-old that took his parents' gun and went to
That's
school
fuck-
and
yeah.
purposely shot his teacher in the stomach.
America.
Like he went to school to shoot his teacher.
America?
Like
Fuck yeah.
at 6 years old, that was your thought. Like
That was
I'm
in
gonna kill my
Virginia.
teacher.
Virginia, right?
Think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
that shit's not instilled in young
Carrick
enough age
said,
now.
you know what Carrick said? Carrick said, what'd the teacher do? Because he
What's
said, we
she
don't
mean?
know. He said, what if
You're
she's
right.
like,
But at the same
and I was
time,
like, but that you still shouldn't as a 6-year-old be like, that's how I handle it. I go and I shoot her.
Some are
but
crazy. but
hold
it's
on,
also-
hold on though, because what am I seeing on the news? I'm watching the news with my parents all the time, and I'm seeing that this is what people do. So
They go and shoot, yeah.
that's how
They
we
handle
handle
it.
our problems.
But then
America.
that's the thing. Everyone's going like,
say
how did
that's
he get the gun? Why was it not locked up?
a
Why
big-
could he like?
Reason why is because of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Think of Columbine, right? Like I know that was so long ago, but
if my son did that, he'd be out in the snow.
With the dick and balls.
Dick and balls.
dick and balls. I like it.
Good job, buddy.
The original promotional artwork featured Chip Hazard pointing a gun sideways at the viewer.
Kill
The
shot.
artwork was altered, removing the gun, so Chip appears to be reaching out and pointing instead. The original unaltered artwork appears in the movie as a store display. It was later used for home video cover, albeit in the edited form.
Ooh, cool.
Right.
Kill shot.
And I always thought that, like,
don't
looking
think
at
that's
it, like, why is he pointing at
Military
it?
doesn't do kill shot.
That's what I still.
It's a kill shot!
That's still not. Is this a
Kill shot!
Sideways is kill shot.
I thought a kill shot was.
No,
Never mind.
he threw the gun sideways.
It's a kill shot! Right. It's
But
from,
military
date-
doesn't do that.
Date night.
No.
They
No,
have
anyone
like,
that's
like you
trained
have to
shoot a
hold
gun
it
does not
specific.
do that.
Yeah.
You ain't looking down a barrel that way and shooting nicely. Come on.
I love that in
One-
date night.
Of the only PG-13 movies to be ever sold on video cassette in a clamshell case, and this is also the last movie to be sold in a
clamshell case?
clamshell
You got
case.
another one?
So remember the
I'll take one
Disney VHS
Oh, yeah,
cases
yeah.
that were white.
Oh,
The
yeah,
white
yeah, yeah.
ones.
They
yeah.
were plastic.
Mhm.
So this was the only PG-13 movie that was ever in that, and then this was the last movie to be produced.
So
in
not
a
last
clamshell.
PG-13, last movie.
Of
to
all,
be.
yeah,
This is a Disney movie?
it's
no,
not.
No.
Okay.
but I'm
But the
saying
Disney movies
For
came
some
in
reason,
those
I
cases.
thought it was at first.
Kind of.
When I went hunting for this.
But a lot of movies came in those cases around that same time period.
PG movies.
But
Yes.
yeah,
PG,
Disney
yeah.
was a lot of like they all came in there.
Correct. Stan Winston learned a lot about the toy business through his close association with Hasbro throughout the making of the film. We found out what it really takes to make a great toy to make it stand out on the shelf. We learned how the joints of the toys worked, all the mechanisms that go into them. The whole thing was an education, and we helped to create a toy line that was extremely successful for Hasbro. In fact, ultimately, sales for the Small Soldiers toys outperformed the movie.
At first. There's no way it did in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Think about
I
it.
didn't have a small. Did you? Oh, maybe I did.
Maybe
I did.
Maybe. Got that Archer. Got that Chip Hazard. Got that Nick Nitro. What a great name.
I like the name Orange.
If I had a kid, I would name him Nick Nitro Muscolzi.
No, you wouldn't.
I think that's badass.
Actually,
That's
it'd be
kinda fucking dope.
it would be Chaz Michaels Muscolzi.
Oh yeah, you would.
I know. An ice devouring sex tornado. What? Chaz Michaels
Michelson.
is figure skating.
How many first
Boom!
names? How many first names can you slap in an actual name?
You can do as many as you want.
What if you
Steven
married-
Tyler.
What if you married someone that also had a first
Last
name, last
name.
name, and then hyphenated?
There was something I saw that somebody's name was like Nichols or Nick or something, and I was like, what the, what?
Nick Nicholas,
Right.
Nicholson Nichols.
I probably wouldn't change my last name.
Probably not. Whatever. Anyways,
If you got married, you wouldn't change your last name?
Probably not.
What's Carrick's last name?
Allegra.
Allegra.
I wouldn't
That
say.
means it's fast, right? That's what that means.
Terra Allegra. Yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
doesn't
it's
sound.
it's allergy
I
medicine.
speak Latin.
It's
It is
allergy
allergy
medicine.
medicine.
I know.
It does mean fast. Works fast.
You only know that because you worked at Allegro Music Services.
And I did, and I looked it up. Thank you, Steve.
It's Allegra.
You don't have
It's
to
Allegra.
fucking shoot
so,
me.
with an A.
But we're talking
But-
about Allegra.
That's
Doesn't matter.
anytime
It's
people
just- it's
ask him
just
his
the
name, he
ALL.
goes Allegra, like the medicine. That's how
Mm.
he tells him how to spell his name.
What's his middle name? He doesn't have.
Let's
one.
just go ahead
Joseph.
Okay.
What's everyone's middle name here?
Ray.
We know mine.
and Aaron.
Hey, Ron. At least you got the dude spelling. I'd laugh it was with an E.
E-R-A-N.
I can stay awake.
So we don't
just
say
to
yours?
No, I'm not telling you guys. It's
breathe.
Corey. It's Corey.
With a C.
No.
With a C.
Maybe. We don't know.
It's no. That's not. So it's the
It-
ending letters.
It was
EYRY.
Oh,
E-Y-R-Y.
that was what it was. Fucking fucked it up.
My
with
middle name
kids.
is Ray. That's my dad's first
That's
name.
like the most
How you
Wally
f-
thing I could have ever
I know,
fucking
dude,
done.
and it took you
Perfect,
so
though.
long to figure
It's
it
like
out. too.
I understand
that
myself
and the
now.
Slurpees, man. Just
What
rough
the
life
fuck?
over there.
The fuck? It's always the dumbest
So
shit.
confused.
Final decisions out of 10. Were we entertained and would you recommend it to anybody? We're going with Randy first.
I give it a 7.
7.
Awesome.
It's actually a pretty good movie. The claymation, like bullshit
Or
that
whatever
they
it
do.
is.
You know what I'm talking
CGI,
about. Puppetry.
animatronics.
Puppetry.
all this shit.
I think
Puppetry.
mixing it makes it feel more realistic.
It was good. And would I recommend it? Yes,
Oh.
because I like the movie.
All right,
It was
look at
pretty
you.
good. I like the movie.
So you actually like this
I
movie.
kinda like the
What a
movie.
guy.
Yeah.
It's a good
What was
movie.
my last question?
So would you recommend it and were
Yeah.
you entertained?
I
And
was
then-
entertained. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
obviously,
Yes.
What?
I was.
I
Cool.
was.
Tara, what do you think?
I would probably give it a 6.5, 7. Also, I would recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Sure.
It's not one that like I'm gonna go and be like I'm in the mood for this. But I will say, like when I left here with it and I got home and I showed Carrick what it was, we put it in, and watched it. Like when I got
Is that
home.
euphemism? Is that what you're talking about?
Nice.
No, we probably did
That's
that
what's
too.
up.
But
Did you make it
Like-
through the whole movie?
We put it
Yeah.
in.
I mean, we watched the whole movie.
Have you
He
guys
made it
done
through
the
the whole
Kegel
movie, you know what I'm
exercise?
saying?
Where you're like,
The
yo,
Kegels.
I've done this many today. Has it
We're gonna-
changed?
You got a log?
We're going to use that small soldier and do some key exercises is what we're going to do. Wally.
Science experiment. I'm
What?
gonna give this a 7.5.
Oh, 7.5.
Shit, I gotta write this down.
Were
Okay.
you?
Oh, I was
Entertained.
I was entertained.
This is my
That
Toy
was-
Story. I feel like it's my Toy Story.
Okay,
so it's
yeah.
like when I imagined toys when I was a kid, it was like fucking up. Like people were beating each other's asses
I
and
like.
fighting.
I do like Toy Story better than this one. But
I was
that's
a
'cause
violent kid.
Different movie.
Different
yeah,
feel.
Sure.
Yeah. This is my toys coming alive. I like the idea of these coming alive. It's great.
What'd you
After
give it?
seeing this
I
movie
said 6.5, 7.
as a kid, it made me like kind of look at the little toys I
like
had still
6.75.
around the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
if you had action figures, regardless of what they were, you're like, oh yeah, that'd be badass.
You could come along.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah,
You know what came up the other day? I can't remember what movie I was looking for, but it came up as like a movie like, it's like other titles like this or whatever. Indian in the
Yeah.
Cupboard came up.
Oh, that was,
Yeah.
I like it.
And I was like, oh
that
my
was
God,
great.
I barely remember that movie.
Do you know that
Like,
one, Randall?
No.
That's a little bit
That was
before.
There was an
Crazy.
Indian in the cupboard.
But he was a
We're
toy.
gonna we're gonna
So I remember though when you bought it on VHS, it came
came.
with the Indian
with a
in
little-
the same
Yeah, yeah,
package.
yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I had
let's
that too.
let's fire movies off at Randall real quick.
Yeah.
Like movies along those lines, like Indian in the Cupboard, maybe
Well,
like
let me do my
90s,
let me do my
and just
Oh,
see
yeah,
if he,
his ratings.
okay
Let him do
after
his
that
ratings.
we'll do
After
it.
that, yeah.
All right, it's a game
So-
we're gonna play.
I would recommend this movie definitely to anybody, like you said, who hasn't seen it or who have seen it but just haven't like thought
Maybe in a
about
while,
it. Yeah, in a
yeah.
while. This movie still holds up for sure. I'm always entertained. I probably watch this movie once a year. It's my like feel good, like you said.
I watch
toys
this a lot,
that-
too.
about a lot of
Yeah.
movies.
I watch a lot of
He
movies,
watches-
Randall.
Why do you think it's a podcast about movies?
Exactly. I like movies. I like watching them. I like watching something that I like again to see if it still holds up or if I can find other things I like about it or maybe hate about it.
I
don't
think
know.
a great analogy is music. If you're a musician,
Yeah.
Like, there's certain songs.
Right, you like a song, you keep listening to it,
I
right?
feel that
like
way
a
about
movie.
both of those things.
Some are nostalgic, some can
movies,
put you in a place
movies
and
and
time.
music are like
Yeah,
That's my
just
jam.
it does something that makes you
And
feel
TV
something, and
shows,
you
too.
that takes you
TV
there.
shows for me are where it's at.
Entertainment.
I like I went on a recent spree of finding old TV shows.
You gonna watch that
Viva
new
La Bam.
that 70s show?
The
you gonna watch
90s
that
show?
new
The
one?
90s show?
Not
That
the
90s show?
for
You gonna
sure.
watch that?
Oh yeah.
It
Absolutely.
looks
I'm at least gonna
mildly
I'm gonna watch it
authentic.
because I like that the people like that they're coming back. I want to see that more than I want to see like the new people.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's not I think it's gonna feel like the Fuller House.
Fuller
It's gonna
House.
feel
where
a
it's
little
still kind of like
meh.
nah, but seeing the old cast.
I'll probably like it. I was a big fan of that 70s show. I watch it still today. I like that's my like there's a couple shows that I will put on when I fall asleep. That 70s show, Home Improvement, Family Guy,
Is
How I Met Your
Tiffany
Mother.
sick of that shit?
She didn't like that 70s show when growing up or even
I
now.
wasn't as big on it.
but
either,
like we're
but
watching it now and I'm
Did
like
you go through like a checklist wherever before you guys got married?
that was one of them and I said, "Look, we're going to have to talk."
We got it. So there's just some specific discussion material needs to be had.
You don't like that 70s show, that's a con.
I remember you telling me that you would drive to work watching this and the Titus.
Yeah, Titus too. Yeah, I love
Those are the
Titus.
two shit.
That's
Like
a
you
show
would
that
drive
people-
to
yeah.
work watching these.
Well, I
TV
still
shows.
so when I drive, I don't listen to music. I watch TV shows, but
Yeah.
ones that I've seen, so I'm not paying attention
He
to
listens to
them.
TV shows.
Right, because I
He
just
fucking watches them. Don't let him fucking tell you otherwise.
I go back and forth
Oh,
to,
yeah,
to
yeah.
the road.
Just enough.
Just enough. No, my biggest
That's what I
thing.
did for this movie. So
Yeah, I do the same thing.
My biggest thing is with with music being a drummer, my brain goes away from the road more listening to music than it would be listening to a podcast or watching or listening to a TV show because my brain goes, well, how do you play this?
I will say with traveling, like when Carrick and I have taken longer trips, like we'll put on like a comedy station or something instead of music because like, or if it's just me
audiobook
in
or
the
something
car,
like
Sure.
I'll put it on. Like if I'm driving and it's like a 4-hour drive,
She'll put the decision
sometimes
reel
I
on
have to
because why not?
switch to like the comedy station where I'm actually focusing on. Because with the songs, I'm not focusing on it, so I'm still like, geez, like because they're songs I've heard, so I'm just singing along. Time's not really going by because I'm not focusing on it. But a comedy station, I'm like listening to what they're saying and I'm focusing on the joke and stuff like that. So
That
I
makes
feel like
sense.
it makes the time go by.
Right. So, anyways, I would give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. I know it sounds a little low for me, but it's one of
Explain
those.
yourself, Steve.
I'm going to. I like the movie. I like rewatching it, but there's certain things in the movie that make me go, like kind of the
What is-
acting's a little bad here and
That
there.
makes
I
you
don't
go,
like what
Steve's rating 8 years ago.
6.5.
You're still giving the same thing then?
Yeah, yeah,
Before
and-
before
hear
you were
me out,
doing all
hear
this?
me
All
out.
right, go ahead.
I don't like the main character. I do not like him as
I
an
don't like
actor.
him either.
I don't like
I don't
him
like
in the
him
movie.
either.
I don't like him in the
You
role.
didn't ask our least favorite, but
We don't do that
He would have
anymore
been.
We don't need to do that.
We don't do that here anymore. Anyway,
I didn't
so
know we didn't do that.
I'm trying to
He used
streamline
He
it to
used
be
to do
quicker.
favorite and
Yeah, I'm trying to be
Okay.
quicker, and it's not working. And now you see why. Imagine me asking all these other questions. So that's one of the cons this movie has. Is I just don't like him, and he's the main character of the movie, right? But then it brings me back with Phil Hartman and Dennis Leary, and they're killing it in their roles. You know what I mean? Like at the end when Dennis Leary gets out of that chopper, and everyone's like, well, "What are we gonna do for our emotional
Dennis Leary's in
damage?"
this for like less than 3-4 minutes.
And it's great. He killed it. But like he's walking
Maybe that's why
around.
it's a 6'5". Okay.
He's walking around with that like
he wants
check
a minute more.
machine,
Yeah.
and he's just like, well, how are we gonna, the houses? And he's just like, here, oh, whoa, all right, we're good. You know what I mean? Even Phil Hartman, he just looks at it, he's like, that's good for me. Like, it's good
Well, because
shit.
they need to. They got to be like,
I kind of want to know. I want to know how
The
much
amount.
those checks. Yeah, because even the guys
Houses
like,
back then.
can we move the truck with the giant Globotech logo on it? And he's like, I don't know. There's all this, and he gives him the check. He's like, moving it right now. So 6.5 for me. It holds up. Now the CG to puppetry. While I love the puppetry, I wish they would have just stayed with one or the other.
Oh,
because
come on, man.
I kind of like
mixes,
the mix though.
if it was more in line.
I mean,
with
you
what
have
we're
the mix
saying-
like Jurassic Park and stuff like that. They're mixing them.
True, but that looks one for one almost, right?
Maybe it's because it's bigger focus though. Like you're working with such small.
Well, so what's really funny about that is Stan Winston Studios did this, and they did Jurassic Park, and they've even quoted to say that we got done with Jurassic Park working on these giant 20-foot, dinosaurs, to then working on these little miniature things with like watch gears in them, and it was such a like reversed thing that it was weird for us. But we made it work, and I think they did. And there was a lot of stuff they left on the cutting room floor too, with what they wanted to do with the actual puppets that looked fine, but they were just like, CG would be easier.
It's hard comparing stuff to Jurassic Park because that shit is like a
That
work
was
of fucking
yeah,
art.
That was like crazy. Even
From, like,
now,
the camera,
watching it,
all
you're
the
like,
lighting and shit like
Yeah.
that was fucking.
I will say, and this is me, if you go back and look at it with a fine tooth, like, you can tell obviously the CG from the puppets.
The era.
well, yeah, you
And
can, but
then you're like, it doesn't look as good as I remember. Like when the Brachiosaurus leans up to grab the thing, it doesn't look that good.
It's
it
all about
holds
the
up.
T-Rex.
It holds up, but yeah.
Everyone's always once they get into that dark. That
Exactly.
lit shit
When
with that
when
T-Rex,
it's
that's when
raining
like,
and it's dark outside, the CG holds up perfectly.
oh yeah,
that
the
was
high
lighting
perfect.
and everything on it reflecting. Like even like
But
I
yes,
said,
you're
even
right,
now
that
you
shit-
go and you
you're
watch
100%
it
right.
though, you're still like, okay, these are dinosaurs. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, also they're not
especially for it being back then.
they're not doing what the newer movies do, which is going crazy and running around and jumping everywhere and doing whatever. Now there are some spots with the raptors, right, where they're like in the
But you're right. They're not
rafters
really.
and
They're
jumping.
not really like
moving
Raptors
around
and
a lot.
raptors.
focused. They're not hyper focused on it.
Exactly, which makes it more, I think, of a good movie because they're melodic and they're like moving slow and they're not just doing whatever, you know what I mean? So you're not sure what they can do and what they can't do and how they're going to get these characters. And I don't know, movies today, I think, because of CGI and being you can do anything, kind of hampers what the movie ends up being, you know what I mean? So I don't
You
know.
get to like Jaws or Lake Placid. You know they built that whole
yeah.
fucking alligator.
Well, look back
Lake
to like
Placid terrified me for years.
That
of my
was a
life.
real thing.
Like,
So you see the guy that
years
what's
of
his
my
face
life.
that built that is
Yeah.
in there with it, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
think it's a real fucking thing. You're
And
like,
it's
holy
huge.
shit!
huge.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
yeah, because it's like it was it was like 40 foot or something like that.
Something.
That
It was
they
big.
look like it.
because they said it was. I think
John
they said
Voight
it
was
40
like, it's a
foot.
big boy.
And I think the
Jennifer
biggest
Lopez.
alligator, like actually, like on record, is close to that.
Owen
Like they
Wilson?
have found ones that are
Doing
like
it in the woods?
38,
Wow.
40
What was that other
feet or
movie
something.
with the giant alligator? Primeval?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one fucking sucked.
Was that like a
Big ass
Netflix?
alligator.
That was
it
a
was-
straight
it
to
was in
DVD.
theaters.
It was a- yeah.
It was in theaters.
Was it?
But I love that.
I saw it
I
in
love that
theaters.
it's Betty White, and she just goes
sucks
out
for
there
you.
and she's just like sitting on the dock, like giving the babies the bread, and she's like, oh well, I'll just grow some more. Like,
I love that Betty White looked 80 for like
That should
17
be
years.
Ever.
the next thematic one we
Monster
do.
movies.
Monster movies.
Okay, like we do a March. Ooh, Monster March.
Yeah, we
Look
just
at
hit
that.
them with
like a
these
got
guys
March
it.
fucking.
Madness type of thing.
I think
with
that'd
the
be a good one.
monsters.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Alien.
You mean like stuff like
Placid.
that,
Yeah.
or like?
Oh yes.
So you don't mean like classic
Predator.
monsters like the Freddy,
look at that.
and you mean
Oh, yeah.
like
Well, I
those? Like you mean like those monsters?
Yeah, like those. Like,
Like
yeah, so like make
creatures.
Jaws or
Gotcha.
Lake Placid or Alien is a great one too.
There's Monster March coming at you.
Ones where they do like
I like
whole segments on how they
Yeah,
built
yeah.
this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking dope.
Look at that. Cool. Well, anyways, at the end of this, because we're done here, where can you find us, Randy?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, or you can go to our website at www.thedecisionreel.com, where you can find some shirts, you can find some leggings,
I like
hats,
the leggings. I'm going to get them for myself.
and we got a code on there, REAL10, get 10% off.
Randall's also working on his Kegel exercises video
Right
channel.
now, yeah.
I was doing it
Channel.
a little bit earlier.
YouTube.
I'm not doing
It's
it
going to be
much now.
Kegel Randall. Randall Kegels.
Yes.
Kegels of Randall's.
Randall's
Kegel's with
Randy
Randall.
Kegel's with Randy.
Randall's Kegel Ranch.
Ooh. The Randy's Ranch of Kegels.
Just a bunch of people doing Kegels. that never-
But you can't see it, so you're just filming a bunch of people standing there.
What are you
They're
guys
just there.
doing? What are you
Kegels.
guys- Yeah, we're
Yeah,
kegling.
sweat
like it.
dripping
Is
down.
it kegling? Is that the verb?
Kegel?
Steve's trying to shut this motherfucker down, and I have
We're
questions.
Kegling. What's the where you're putting stuff up your butt to take it to prison? What's that called?
Oh, that's oh my god.
A prison purse.
No.
No,
prison
it's,
pocket.
It's they talk about it and get
Damn
hard.
it! Why can't I remember what it is?
They talk about it and
It
get
starts with a
hard,
K, right?
too.
Not Kegelin, but like
No, it's not.
Kiefin? No.
No.
Keith for kegling.
Kiefer.
Kiefer Silver.
It's in Get Hard, like with
Jail.
Kevin Hart and
I gotta put
Ass
it.
purse.
Jail ass purse. That's gonna come up with some real weird
Person purse.
Googles. A
Oh,
person?
that's a woman's vagina.
Kiefin, no.
What?
Prison wallet.
Prison wallet. That's what it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
You got a nice prison wallet.
I've heard it called the
Backdoor parole.
the butt pussy. I've heard it called
Bussy.
also a bussy.
A bussy. This fucking guy. What if a band name was Bussy? You going to the Bussy show?
Bussy. Isn't that like a gas station in Texas?
There's a lot of stuff called Bussies.
Buseys or
Buseys.
Bucky's?
Bucky's. No, it's Bucky's. Yeah.
That's Bucky's.
With a beaver. Get it?
Oh God.
He's got a bussy. Anyways, next week, while they're looking this up, trying to figure out what a prison wallet is,
A big hairy Busey.
we are going to continue with our Christmas gifts, and we're doing what movie? Wally?
You didn't hear me
Hold
say
it up.
Harry
I did. I'm trying
Harry
not to.
Busey, Gary Busey.
I
What the
hear-
fuck? No one's
He's got a Harry Busey.
Okay, wait. Say it was the question.
What do we?
Keister.
A keister.
Keister.
Oh,
We're
I
close
got
with
it
the
right
Ks.
here. I got it right here.
You're gonna
Or tuck.
keister it.
He was keistering it. Yeah. That's right.
Tuck.
And I love when he's talking to me. He's just like, and
show
then
this to
all of
camera.
a sudden it's in his hand. Like,
We are doing Captain Ron next week.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
The man.
Famous last words of Walt Disney. Kurt Russell. We're gonna do that.
What a random.
This is
Martin
a-
Short.
This is a movie that I have not seen in a long, long time. We're gonna do it. We're gonna review it.
We're gonna do Kurt Russell, as Steve said.
Well-
We're gonna keister Kurt Russell
Sit on
with Captain Ron in his recycled case.
camera.
A penis sheath.
There's
That's
digital
what it is.
penis.
That sounds like just an uncircumcised penis.
You know what docking
Sure.
is?
Oh, God.
We're gonna leave that at that. Anyways, thanks guys
What
for
about the
listening. As
Chinese
always,
finger trap?
Chinese finger trapping every time here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Subscribe. Do whatever you got to do. Look for us on the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a
When
nice
two are
night,
stuck
day,
like this, when they're stuck.
afternoon. He's
I
sticking them
can't.
together.
I-
Keister it.